student athletes. Once again, welcome. It is now the final day of the regular season of Sault Ste. Marie High School Football Association. Obviously, we got the Korah Colts on one end, Spear Heights Steelhawks on the other. And as always, reminded of the OSSA code of behavior for spectators. Please cheer in a positive manner, respect the officials' decisions, do not interfere with the competition, keep off the playing area, and as always, be courteous and respectful to those around you. Behavior contrary to this code or the school codes of conduct are absolutely not tolerated, will result in removal from the facility for this event and future events, and is subject to subsequent discipline. On behalf of Superior Heights, very proud to make the next announcement. We ask that everybody participate. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and outcomes of breast cancer prevention, early detection, treatment, and support is achievable when we work collectively with people united by the same goals. Last year, 78 Canadian women were diagnosed with breast cancer each day. 15 each day have passed from breast cancer, and 270 Canadian men were diagnosed with breast cancer, with 55 of them who have passed. In June, Superior Heights will be hosting its biannual Relay for Life to help support the local cancer society and patients with all different types of cancer. At this week's games, we have donation jars at the gate to help support the initiative. All donations collected will be added to the donation to the Canadian Cancer Society in June. 90% of the donations do stay local. Please help us support our community. Cancer affects everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they're ready. Please welcome Superior Heights Steelhawks!
No, no, he's going to pick it up off the mic. Oh, just don't really touch the thing. Yeah, my mouth was full. Yeah. Okay. Did you get all the footage? No, maybe. I'm just going to steal this, and you can copy from the folder, right? Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty impressive guy.
They do.
Just don't run off.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe they're ready. Please welcome the Korah Colts! Scotty, are you coming down or are you staying up? Okay. Teams, if we get the captains to midfield, surrounded around the referees. Captains, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the coin toss and kickoff very, very shortly. Okay, folks, thank you for being so patient. It's been an incredible season for all the schools and the football programs. In both the junior and senior divisions, we can all agree on that, as they prepare for playoffs and the pursuit of the city championships, and of course, the NASA, and it's been expected now. Let's get an OFSA berth. We've had it for so long, we should be doing it again. I'm sure everybody supports us on that. We want to wish best of luck to all the athletes, coaches, and supporters of the Colts, Steelhawks, Wolverines, and Knights. On Saturday, September 23rd, something truly remarkable. University of Manitoba Bison's kicker, Maya Turner, had a day to remember when she became the first woman to play and score in a regular season U Sports football game and capped it off by kicking a game-winning field goal to lead the Bisons past the University of Regina Rams 27-24. At this time, we'd like to recognize some special athletes who have made outstanding contributions to Sault Ste. Marie High School football and are blazing a trail for the future athletes of our sport. These athletes have shown dedication, perseverance, commitments to team play, and as they pursue their quest for excellence in a city championship, and I'm sure everybody will agree, they're tough as heck. They have grown through the ranks of the Sault Minor Football Association, something near and dear to my heart, and have made outstanding contributions to their respective programs. These young ladies have a bright future, and we wish them continued success in their academic and athletic pursuits. On behalf of the Superior Heights Steelhawks, please welcome number 4, Zoe Gauthier. Come on up. Number 15, Morale Turgeon. From the Korah Colts, number 9, Georgia Freedom. And number 38, Robin Price. Last but not least, and I don't think I see her, I hope she's here, Senior Colts number 41, gold medalist, Liliana Sachin. Ms. Sachin played as a member of Team Ontario female football team last summer and is looking forward to continuing her football beyond high school. Finally, Saultsports, in conjunction with Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials, are thrilled to present each of these fine young athletes with a gift bag, with team swag, and gift certificates. We want to congratulate them on their leadership and achievement on and off the field as ambassadors for our sport, and we would like to encourage future football players to continue your pursuits on the gridiron. Ladies and gentlemen, how's about a big round of applause for 5 of the toughest football players in Sault Ste. Marie? At this time, we'd like the girls to join in the coin toss, and we're going to have a great night of football. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Enjoy the game.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sergeant Fott Fieldhouse at the Superior Heights High, where we have our last evening of games, where these Korah Colts face off against the Superior Heights Steelhawks in junior action, about to get underway at 4:45. If you missed it, we just had a little presentation for the ladies of Sault Ste. Marie football, so a nice little tribute to them, and we'll talk a little bit more about that right now. I'm joined by Coach Ray Bazwa, trying to catch my breath here as we get back to the booth. I'm Scott McPherson, and like I said, Coach Bazwa in the booth here with me to bring you this junior tilt. So what are we counting on for today, Coach?
Well, it looks like Superior Heights is going to be kicking off. Korah chose to receive, so that's going to start the tempo. I expect to see a lot of running today. Obviously, both of these teams, Coach Klooster at Superior Heights is known for his running. He got the big horses in the backfield there and a big line to help block for him. And, they're going to try and run. And, Coach Marnabucci, he throws a little bit of everything. They're going to try and establish the run with young Melchiori over there. And, a little bit like his dad, Lou, pretty quick to the outside. But also they're going to blend a little passing in. So, going to be interesting to see what transpires here tonight, but should be in for a great tilt on a great evening of football.
All right, so as we wait for the kickoff to happen, then we'd like to thank you again for joining us on Saultsports.com and True House Radio. As I mentioned earlier, start underway very shortly here with the Colts and the Steelhawks. And I was looking at the ramifications for playoff seedings here. You had said that it has been established and Korah is about to face.
Well, as long as there's not a major upset, that I can see, I believe it's Korah based on their point differential that is in first place currently. And they haven't lost a game yet. So unless Superior Heights, and I don't put it past them, they always show up at the end of the season. They always work hard to get better, and you could see an upset here.
Here we go, folks.
Excellent, and here we go with Wooten driving the ball deep, picked up about the 20, returned by Melchiori, looking to find a seam. Tackled by about 3 Steelhawks, but not before a return to the 45. So a pretty good start for the Colts and a great starting position for their first drive.
Yeah, 45. Starting at the 45, you got to be any coach is going to be happy with you on a kickoff. You're getting the ball at the 45. So especially not with an onside or anything like that, right?
Yep. And as we mentioned, Korah Colts the favorite here, undefeated so far. I believe a 5-0 record.
7 Drayden Brock with the tackle.
And they'll have to play White Pines in the semifinal rounds, which starts next week, provided they are able to pull out a win. But as you mentioned, maybe Superior Heights has a little surprise in store. A little Friday the 13th madness here. But glad you could join us as the Colts take over. Zane Murdoch hands off to Melchiori, runs for about 9.5 yards.
Melchiori gets out to about the 54-yard line, close to first down.
Nice start from Melchiori.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Establish the run a little bit and
with the tackles,
they'll blend in the pass once they see Superior Heights can stop the run, right?
Yeah. Go till it doesn't work anymore, but imagine that both teams are going to try to conserve some people here and run some seconds in here. And once the game's in hand, or at least their offense is underway for these Colts. So we may see a lot of Melchiori early, giving way to some of their other backs that are very capable hands. Are the Colts here. Melchiori's going to bounce it outside. He gets stopped up in the backfield by number 20, Billingsley, but get away and run enough.
First down yardage and close to the 50.
And it wasn't Melchiori, but Menchelenko carrying the ball there, 23 as opposed to 29, but a nice run nonetheless, and enough to move the sticks.
There's some pretty big benches over there, Scotty. I can only expect that they're going to try and get some kids some playing time, as you never know when the playoffs hit. Bodies go down, injuries come in, illnesses, and they're going to try and make sure that every kid's available and having some reps.
Yeah, and having going into playoffs with a few reps under your belt is great for confidence for these guys that have been practice warriors. As 34 gets the ball, he's taken by Brock, but able to scoot free for a couple of yards.
Menchelenko gets on the corner, survives one tackle.
Menchelenko
eventually taken down by Dylan.
A lot of reps early here. Initially stopped in the backfield, but like I said, scooted free for 6, second and 4 on the play.
Looks like the announcer here corrected himself. Phil Bombacco corrected himself. It was A.J. Cochimilio. So tough to see with those gold uniforms and the white lettering from way up here. So.
And my bad for following Mr. Bombacco. Didn't catch the tackler on the Steelhawks side, but we'll endeavor to find you those numbers here as 23 runs it up the gut here. And
Good hard run.
again, Koen Menchelenko
Up the middle, but we do have a flag on the play.
flag in the back field. And
Backfield's either a hold usually, and there it is from referee Grev, a hold definitely on the line. So that's going to negate the first down yardage, and it's going to send them back another 10 yards. So I think we're probably looking at a 2nd and 15.
And again, we talked about it yesterday during the games between the St. Mary's Knights and White Pines Wolverines. These offenses get rolling, start marching, and then
holding against the
an innocent enough looking hold, but obviously breaking the rules,
second down.
bringing you back. And
Yeah, those are penalties at this stage of the game. You know,
14.
you're right near the playoffs, and you're sharpening the toolbox up, and you don't want to be getting those holding penalties at this stage of the game. They got to be letting them go and you know, making the right procedures.
it'll definitely stall your momentum. You get enough yards for the first down, moving the sticks, and now all of a sudden you're back in a situation, 2nd and 15. But they got a little reverse here. Number 34 is able to break it, and he looks like he's got nothing but daylight. Can anybody catch him? And the answer is no.
It's
34, Cochamilio.
He runs
Scoots into the end zone for a touchdown. Number 6.
Yeah, I think the Steelhawks corner got caught looking on the inside there, and he bit a little bit on the fake, and Cochamillo was able to get way on the outside and get himself into the end zone.
Yeah, nice execution by the quarterback, Zane Murdoch, to hand off on a straight dive and turn it into a reverse. 34, Cochamillo able to make a break around, and like you said, the safety rolled up and bit and got bitten back. So 6 points on the board early for the Colts. And again, a nice, powerful offensive start for these Colts. Exactly what they're hoping to establish early. We'll see if the Steelhawks can bounce back. Got the snap here. Murdoch to hold. Ball is down. Kick is up.
Kick is up and good.
Cochamillo.
Well, you know what? I think Coach Murbush's got a happy with that start, you know, right down the field, and you score on your first possession. Now it's up to Coach Klooster and to see if he can get his I imagine he's going to try and get his running game rolling, you know, and get down the field and match points for points here.
Yep. We got lots of great football ahead of us here. Don't forget our 7:30 start between these Colts and the Steelhawks in the senior loop again as we round out the final week of the season. Some great football we've enjoyed all fall. And things no different today. A beautiful evening for some football. Gods of football smiling on us again. And a few clouds in the sky, but barely no wind on the flag across the field. And
we've been definitely pretty fortunate with the weather. We've got even, you know, it seems every Thursday, Friday we get some great weather. So let's hope that trend continues into the playoffs next week. So there'll be some interesting matchups, obviously, and see what both the junior and senior loop can give us for entertainment.
And of course, even earlier this week, forecast for Kyle Bonac not so great, but like I said, the gods are smiling. Beautiful night for football. Come on down and join us here at the field house. We got some great action, including this junior loop, also the senior game. The last one to round out the regular season. So Colts driving the ball deep, picked up by 48. I think that's Drew Hankinson with the reception gain, run back about 2 yards maybe.
But 28 Oliver Johnstone takes it back a couple of yards.
Oliver Johnstone on the recovery, not 48 but 28. So again, fuzzy eyeballs missing our numbers here, but.
Yeah, it'll be first and 10 from looks like the 30, Scott. So, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a little bit of a run game start, and he'll blend in some pass. But we got to see. I'm not sure who's starting at quarterback for them tonight, but I'm sure that they're going to blend a little bit of pass in there. But they're going to definitely want to establish that run. Yeah,
and Chase Chirasolo has been a warrior behind center there for the whole season. He's taken all of the snaps I've seen, but looks like Dylan Wooten, number 2, taking some snaps. I saw Johnny Chirasolo, Chase's dad, watching, so probably just giving him a little break here. And
Wooten rolls out,
trying to get Wooten some reps to cut his teeth in case he has to go in a substitution role to come playoff time. So, again, lots of these coaches are going to be rolling the roster and subbing new people in at different positions. So, nice little pickup there.
You know, we had Wooten to play a hell of a game there a couple weeks ago, and they ended up getting the start of the game from our perspective. And looks like he's looks composed back there, and Korah had a little bit of a rush on him, and he's able to escape the pocket and get about 4 yards. So good start for them.
Yeah, bringing up 2nd and 6. Again, those good athletes can be plug and play anywhere. They go on defense and set the tone. And as Polson takes the ball for the Steelhawks, has enough for the first down and rumbles close to the 50.
Good for about
Forced out of bounds there. A little worse for wear, but he'll be up on his own feet, under his own power. And Polson returns to the huddle without the injury timeout. So he'll take that ball at the 45.
Well, it's interesting to see all these kids on their roster. There's got to be about 60 kids on each team here. It's a little different variation from the White Pine squad we seen last night that toughed out another strong game from themselves. And, it's great to see football flourishing in Sault Ste. Marie.
Absolutely. And it's all because of you watching here at home and here at the field house. So thank you for your support. As we see Solo out as a wide out here now. So a little mixed bag. Keeping the Colts on their toes, and the screen pass is going to go to Solo. It looks like a flag there. That'll come back, but nice pickup, nice execution, other than the flag on the play. But
it looks like referee Chow got a hold there on the wide receiver for Superior Heights.
Number 9
it's going to end up coming back. So
yeah. And as we talked about yesterday during the game between the Wolverines and the St. Mary's Knights, they don't want to tip their hat too much and show all the cards in their hands. So they'll probably keep a few trick plays and new wrinkles in the bag for playoff next week. These games are merely a formality with all the 4 teams making the playoffs, and it's just a matter of the matchups. As we pointed out, it looks like Korah at the top of the pile in junior here will probably be facing the White Pines Wolverines, which would make the St. Mary's Superior Heights matchup a real possibility. But the game has to be played, and ball is backed up to about the 35, and that's where Steelhawks will resume. So Wooten under center still. And the snap, looks like he's going to roll out. He's looking to pass. Rolls out. He's flagging his man downfield. He elects to run with it. And gets out of bounds about the 40-yard line back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll still be 2nd and 10.
45, I believe.
Looks like he got his hand inside the collar there, Scotty. Could
We
be
do have a flag
horse
on the
collar.
play. Came in late after the play was out of bounds.
So it could be another 15 tacked onto that run. So they might be getting a first down out of this nevertheless.
Yeah. It looked like a high tackle, but I didn't see the early flag. But it has come out. And hitting out of bounds was the call. So again, we thought a high collar, but regardless, it's probably going to be enough for the first down. They're going to march hitting out of bounds down 10 at least.
Well, I'm not sure how he called that one. From over here, it definitely looked like he had a hold of his jersey before they went out of bounds, but obviously the referee's on top of it. And
so it's unnecessary roughness against the Colts.
Needless to say, it'll be a first down.
15 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10.
So 15 yards carries it down to the Colts 50. So nice little march, aided by the tackle out of bounds by the Colts. So again, those little momentum changers for Steelhawks went from a 2nd and 10 to an automatic first from the 50 of the Colts here. They'll continue with Wooten under center, 2-man backfield. Receivers in motion as he drops back. He's looking to pass. He's got a man open. And a nice route, 87, Drayton Brock wide open, but unable to squeeze the oven mitts there, and ball falls to the turf. So
yeah, you know what? He cut that route off a little bit short. Had he ran, he just had to keep running with his hands open, and I think they would have had a great completion there. Unfortunately, he put the brakes on a little early and didn't get there.
He was wide open, and I think he probably thought he shouldn't be that wide open. What did I do wrong? But then looked back, and the ball was over his outstretched hands. Beautiful ball by Wooten. Again, not the starter. Solo normally under center. But Wooten showed great poise and nice arm for a small, undersized quarterback, but doing his job and looks unafraid back there. So nice job, Dylan Wooten.
Yeah, you know what? He really showed some great poise over there. And He must have caught the eye of Coach Brewster over there to get some playing time, and they're going to use, Chirsolo is a nice weapon to have, even just his running style himself. And he must see something that, in Wooten to have him be established for the quarterback for tonight.
Yeah. And you know what, like you said earlier, in the playoffs, you run into injury bugs or just illness, a lot of the COVID or flu going around, a lot of guys missing maybe for hockey conflicts with tournaments out of town, so you never know what's coming up. So to have two able quarterbacks at that depth position or at that specialty position is a nice treat for Coach Klooster's.
Well, I got to say that the Korah Colts went on that. Superior Heights had the freeze, and Korah Colts, well, three of them jumped over the line. And I know Coach Elliott, coaching with Coach Elliott, and we were D-line coaches together, and I was the D coordinator, and he's not going to be happy with that jump. We really stress jumping on, watching the ball move first, and that's a free first down for them. So.
And especially on a 3rd and 5 or 2nd and 5, whatever it was, they must have been yelling from the sidelines, because that's a prime position where he tried to draw you offside and gain that easy first, and is which they did. You mentioned Craig Elliott. Looking back through the old archives, I saw Craig in my days playing football, and he won the Lineman of the Year and senior that year in '89, I believe, '88.
Yeah.
And heck of a ball player, and obviously nice that he gets to give it back and come back and help his Colts do their thing as they do very well.
Reaches up for it.
He's been a long time volunteer over there. Not just a teacher, but
3 yards.
All his kids went there as well, and his wife teaches there, and that gives back to the community. He's always there supporting, and even not even just the football, but he's always a prominent figure in Korah sports and out volunteering. So hats off to Craig for donating all his time too.
And let's not underestimate the hours and time away from their own families that they give to their Korah families or St. Mary's, Superior Heights. Their second families spend enough time with them, and the athletes are the ones that benefit most. So nicely done, Mr. Elliott, with the Colts. That was 2nd and 8. Looks like not much gain on the play. They elect to keep it on the ground. Looks like Polson's running the ball again, and maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, the line of scrimmage of 3rd and 8. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 37.
They had the quarter interior linemen were in there, and they had the old flying monkey tackle come flying over the top there. He was on top of one of the running backs, and he dragged him down to the ground.
Looked like the little scream monkey from the Land of Oz, right? Coming across the pile, a little turnbuckle action over the top, and nice WWF style. Here's Wooten with the ball, runs it, and at 3rd and 7. Tries a scramble run. Looks like either a broken play or either way, he didn't get it. He was close to.
Yeah, you know what
the first down marker. So.
Yeah, Coach Nisbet's over there running the defense for Coach Bernabucci, and he looks like he was well prepared for that play that they were going to run, and that was definitely a quarterback run with Wooten, and it was ate up right away by the Korah defense. So
that'll bring up a punt formation with 4th and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage. Drayden Brock back to do the kicking duties. Nice snap. Looks to angle it towards the sidelines. Trying to prevent a big run back by these skilled kick returners for the Colts.
Drayden Brock with
Melchiori looks like he'll run it out about the 22-yard line.
Picked up by Melchiori. He comes back for.
And I think when you're facing those those returners from the Colts, you're happy to take it out of bounds at 22, prevent any big long run backs. Pretty skilled back there with some speed and agility.
Yeah, that was a pretty generous snap. The referees overlooked there. He picked the ball up, put it back down, and then picked it up again and snapped it to his guy. So something that Coach Klooster is going to want to watch on the film and get that corrected for the playoffs. They might not let that go in the playoffs, right? Obviously, junior's a developmental league, but when it gets to playoff time, it's called pretty tight.
Yeah, and the coaches will be asking for the explanation of why it's not the call. So, like I said, they'll have to tighten it up for playoffs as they give the ball to Melchiori, and those legs are going, and he could go. Looks like one man to catch him. 18, Travis Newt, he might have the legs. Looks for that shoestringer, but Melchiori takes it all the way down to pay dirt. Let's see where that flag
but we do have a flag at the 39-yard line.
I'm thinking that might be a hold from that vantage point, that position for the flag.
Yeah, definitely a hold referee Hazelton threw his flag, and he's giving the call to head referee Grab tonight.
And with the hands on there and the hold, obviously opens up so much easier to open up a hole when you're grabbing hold of a shoulder pad, but that's the reason he was able to spring it free. But
everybody's coming back, so I guess the only point of view right now will be, whether that was post first down, Scott. So.
And we'll wait for the call here.
That's holding against the Colts. That'll back them
Looks
up.
like they call it before first down. So
First down repeated.
first down repeated, back 10. So they're deeming that it was before
First
that
and 20 now for the
Corey
Colts.
sprung loose and went on a little scamper.
I
And
believe.
Imagine the only thing that you hate about that is running 80 yards and not being rewarded, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he won't be the ball carrier on this next snap. That's a long way to go, and I'm just super glad it's not me or you having to run down there. They'd still be waiting for us to take a time with the sundial.
Wow, that happened in the game last night. They gave the ball to Blonda for St. Mary's, ran about 70 yards, finally chased down about the 3, and they called his number again. I'm sure he would have passed that one off to anybody that would take it, but Blonda able to have himself a big game yesterday with 270 yards and pull that touchdown in for the last 4 after doing the lion's share of the work early. So, back in the shadows of the uprights, go from hero to 0. Colts from the 7. Again, Zane Murdoch hands off to 34, Manchelenko. Manchelenko gets outside. He's able to, Kochmelio.
Yeah.
Kochmelio. We'll get that figured out by second half, I promise. But Kochmelio, a nice run around the end and able to get back to the 15-yard line.
Good turn, bring up second down and about 11 or 12 there, I think.
He's actually tackled by Marcus Gould.
Marcus Gould on the stop for the Steelhawks. So again, makes the job tougher as an announcer, as a throwing all kinds of different new backs and players and receivers in different spots. So we're trying our best to get that to you. That was 34, Kochmelio with the carry. 2nd and 12 is the call. Handoff inside. And looks like enough for the first down. The flag late here.
Gets clear out pass, almost to the 30.
Indicates he's
4 or 5 yard
good
line.
enough for a first down out to the 34-yard line with the flag on the play.
But we do have a flag on the play.
Yeah, referee Fitzpatrick on the call on that one. Looks like a face mask, if I can see properly, Scotty. So that's going to give them an extra free 15 free ones. So
again, that'll bring them out near midfield anyway. But
Face mask.
face mask against the Steelhawks.
Decline the penalty.
How diplomatic that they don't name the number anymore, right?
yeah.
They used to announce it and you can cheer on or boo your favorite player.
Very roughness. Face mask.
You'd always hate when the coach would ask for the number.
White ball deck.
That's a
Especially if you're the
15-yard
guilty party.
penalty for
But,
face masking again.
nice game for the first down by Melchiori.
And that'll back them up.
Able to move it a little further with the 15-yard face mask penalty. Ball should be on about the 49-yard line, rather.
Yeah, Coach Gloucester can't be happy about that. You know, they had them in 2nd and long, and, Melchiori was able to get it out, and then you tack on an extra 15 free ones. So it's always tough when you're giving up free yards. As a defensive coordinator, I just hated that.
Yeah. And again, that could be a momentum changer in a playoff game or in a close game. So let's see if the Steelhawks can't right the ship here. 23 is carrying the ball. He's outside wide. He makes, Travis News, nice job to pursue. Caught him from behind.
Manchelenko gets out.
Manchelenko with the carry out past the first down. Out inside Steelhawks territory.
Tackle by Travis Newt.
Travis Newt on the tackle, number 18 for the Steelhawks. So.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Bernard Bucci there is sticking to his run right now, and probably just as I say that, he's going to throw the ball in the next play. But, he's utilizing 2 and 3 backs back there, and, it's keeping them all fresh and ready to roll, and the line's giving them the protection they need to get the handoff properly, and they're getting the yards.
They broke, don't fix it as they take their first down to the 43-yard line. Looks like a screen pass. Made you a liar, and passes out to number 11, Gavin Grisdale. Had a game last week with a few nice receptions.
Gavin Grisdale.
Almost like I looked into the crystal ball there. I said, as soon as I say it, he's going to throw
It's
it.
a first down and then some.
I think they're stealing our calls out of Belichick. So,
Marcus Gould with the tackle.
Marcus Gould on the stop for the Superior Heights, rather. And that'll bring up another first down. So Colts marching and looking pretty stout offensively as they have all year, and piling up these points. And Steelhawks are going to have to figure this out, make some in-game adjustments here to stop it. But
Yeah, they're playing that base cover one defense, and that center, the safety way in the back, he's getting in the wrong spots, and unfortunately he didn't have the speed.
Murdoch's pass to Grisdale is complete for the touchdown.
And a beautiful spot by number 4, Zane Murdoch. Nice throw to Grisdale in the end zone, and Grisdale beat his man and easily into the end zone for the touchdown. So 13-0 your score. Imagine we'll see the extra point here. Work on your kicking game leading into playoffs, and of course Koch Miller usually sure-footed with the boots. And we haven't had to see a lot of Zane Murdoch throwing the ball, but he looked pretty proficient there doing that job. It's nice job distributing the ball all year, but not often do we see him rolling or sitting in the pocket and passing, and did a bang-up job there.
Kick is up and good.
Kick is up and good. 14-0 your score. 1:13 to go. Quick first quarter so far. Steelhawks will get the ball back and make an attempt to trim this 14-0 lead here.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think Coach Bernabucci could ask for a better start. Up 14, defense is doing their job, and I'm sure Coach Kuchar wants his kids to rally and understand what's going on with make some adjustments and see if they can put a drive in here in the first half, and definitely try and get on the board before they have to turn the ball over to Korah again. So.
Yeah. And you know what? Not that it's a nothing game. Obviously, there's much to learn, and we got to get through this one without too many injuries or suspensions. But this one looks to be going in the way of the Korah Colts. But the Steelhawks have a lot of game left to answer, and see if they can right the ship here. And neither team wants to look ahead to next week in the first round of playoffs. But Korah's firing on all cylinders and looking to take that momentum into next week against the White Pines Wolverines. Everything stays as is, and of course the Steelhawks have a big game next week against St. Mary's, but they'll have to have 3 quarters to play here yet, so let's see if they can mount a comeback and draw near before the half.
Well, we should give a quick shout out to our boss, Jay Houselander, taking a well-deserved break off when we got boss number 2 in charge tonight, Shaw running the show up here, keeping us in line. And Jay, hope you're enjoying your vacation. You deserved it, buddy. Enjoy.
And he's watching and making sure we don't make any screw-ups, and I'm sure he'll be sending texts if we do. So nice big kick by Kochmilo. Caught on the run, nicely done by, looks like number 13 on the reception.
Yep, for sure.
13 is Mason Deschamplain, so not their usual kick returner, but a nice job to bring it out past the 30, out to about the 33-yard line, which is where
catches the punt or the
Wooten
kickoff.
and crew will take over.
Decent amount of yards.
So 1:06 to go in the first quarter.
He's eventually tackled.
Colts off to a great start,
for the Colts.
leading 14-0 over these Steelhawks. It always messes me up when I look across the field to the scoreboard and see the home team, the Korah Colts, up in the shadow of the Superior Heights High School. So
First and 10.
obviously the home field for all of the Sault Ste. Marie
33-yard line.
High School football action this year, junior and senior. Steelhawks acting as guests tonight. So nice screen pass out to the flats. Nice completion. Gain of 3-4 yards on the play.
Solo is complete.
I think it's going to be interesting
by
coming
8
into
launch,
the
but not
next few
after a very
years.
short game.
We got this great turf facility, but you're seeing a lot of players in the NFL, issuing challenges to the league to get them off the turf field because it's causing a lot of injuries. So, you know what? Maybe we do see in the future if the city is able to get us some more, support down at the John Rhodes. You could see them on the grass down there and playing, because back in the day that was where we all played, right? So
yeah. And the injuries we suffered were long-lasting. Didn't appear for another 30 years. Now they're rearing their ugly head as Wooten launches. He's got Brock wide open. Brock will have to get on his horse as the Colts chase him down, and he looks like he has enough to make it, barring a late tackle. Braden Brock in for the score. And again, I didn't see the blown coverage there, but it looks like they might have rolled up for the run, and Brock wide open in the secondary. So
what a terrific throw by Wooten. He was right on the money, and he caught him in stride. And this time he didn't stop on his pattern, and he just, in his route, and he just ran it right into the end zone for a big score. That's got to be a momentum builder. First quarter is coming just to an end, and you score, with no time left on the clock. It's huge.
And a nice punch for punch, they had to answer that. They went down 2 scores, and a nice job by Wooten, like you said. I think the starting quarterback position is Chair Solos to lose. I don't think you come in the last week and unseat the starter, but Wooten making a case for at least being a very adequate
After a beautiful pass play by the
and competent second quarterback. And like I said, nice option to throw either one in. And Chair Solo, on the other hand, has played out at wide receiver and made a couple nice snares himself. So lots of nice wrinkles that it affords the Steelhawks offense.
Yeah, you know what? You could maybe Kluster's seen something, right? If they needed a wide receiver, and Sarasolo is quite the athlete, and he can make that adjustment. Never hurts to have somebody back there, and then you can blend him in back at the quarterback spot. Or he's such an athlete in space that you get him the ball, and they want to make a change. So Wooten's doing a great job so far, and interesting how the rest of the game plays out.
Yeah. And as we said earlier, Jarosolo not known as much for his arm. He just does a nice job delivering the ball, handing it off, and getting it into the hands of the people that are going to make yards for him. He does have a nice arm, but they don't exploit it as they need to. And Wooten there with some great balls for a smaller, diminutive quarterback. He looks to be able to put a little bit of sling in that and launch it downfield, and is able to catch Brock. And it's a good thing for Brock there wasn't 10 more yards on this the field as they were gaining on him, but a nice job to get into the end zone and score the 7 points. So 14-7 for the Colts, leading now.
Oh, could see some shenanigans over here from the Superior Heights. They overloaded one side, so you never know what's going to go on, whether he's going to kick it long or, obviously short kick here.
Oh, ball is on the ground. Melchiori better scramble and pick it up. Got to run up the middle, but
after
Steelhawks converge on him. Brings the ball out to about the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Superior Heights has the special teams ace of the city, Sliver, Steve McLeod.
Oliver Johnstone.
Always willing to share his knowledge with a lot of people. So you never know from this team that, he could have passed on something down that he saw. And as coaches, junior and senior, you always share your opinions and see what your philosophies are. But could be interesting down the road and what they have going on. You'll definitely see something tonight in the senior game. He's known for it, and you have to be on your toes at all times. So
yeah, a little shake and bake with Sliver McLeod. So again, it was interesting to share a slice of pizza with the White Pines and the St. Mary's coaches last night after the games, and again they're showing a little bit of their hand and sharing with me some of the great plays and trick plays they have in store. And that looks like a high tackle. That's got to be brought down. Polson takes down the ball carrier.
Hand off to Manchelenko.
23, Manchelenko. And
some good yards before
surprised that we didn't see the flag there.
Well,
but
you know what? As I understand the call now, Scotty, if you're grabbing on the numbers, you're okay. It's when you're above the name at the nameplate or higher when they bring it down. So if you grab it right in the middle of the jersey, it's allowed. And if you don't, then you're going to get called for it. So.
All right, there's your explanation from the boss. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 as Mr. Laginen on the sticks down there. Young fella from Boating fame, watching his son play and making a few bucks on the side.
Goes around the right-hand side.
Melchiori pounds it out almost to the 50.
Clear past 45.
Best seats in the house down there running the sticks and getting paid.
And getting paid enough for a little bag of popcorn later. So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. And it's amazing. That was a long run, but it went very quickly as Melchiori eats up those yards very quickly as he attacks the hole and making break out to the 48. Well, we got a rollout, and he forced back inside. Pocket collapses, able to scramble, but brought down by number 20, Oliver Smith for the Steelhawks. Cruikshank in to assist with the tackle.
Yeah, he had nothing doing with that play. He seen that, and the line didn't didn't get their assignments down, and he blew through the line
Second
and made
and
the
8
tackle.
for the
So
Colts.
Murdoch had nowhere to go with the
50-yard
ball.
line.
He didn't have any time.
I don't imagine as a quarterback that's a great feeling when you see a blue attacking you when things break down up front. So again, that should be second down. Second down and 8. They're giving credit of 2 yards on the play. So nice job to make anything out of that broken play. Under center is the quarterback, Zane Murdoch. Hands off. Wow, some great misdirection there, and had me fooling, rolling the roll out, but
That is the old
Got out to about the 50 and a first
Korah
down.
crisscross.
For the
That's
Colts.
one you see quite
By Max
frequently
Lenko.
in the offensive playbook, and they run it so well, and you never know who has the ball, right? So
good thing I'm up in the booth because I would have bid on that one. I've been rolling out trying to contain your quarterback. But nice misdirection there, and Manchenko on the carry, Cruikshank on the tackle. So another first down at the 50 inside Steelhawks territory. So the Colts are marching again. Oh, there's a nice inside trap. Looks like it's
and a fumble.
Ball's out, recovered.
looks like it's
By the Steelhawks.
ball hits the deck. Steelhawks look to recover. We'll get a number on that one. Was it Cruikshank again or
I'm not sure who
20?
recovered
They're
it, but
calling 20. Oliver Smith with the recovery, but looks like a little inside trap there, but just the exchange didn't happen
Oliver
with the
Smith, number 20,
quarterback
comes
and
up
back.
yeah,
So
it looks
Smith
like,
picks it up.
Murdoch was trying to sell out that fake, and he looked like he caught it off his own thigh pad, and it hit the ground before the handoff could transpire. And
First and 10 Steelhawks from the 50. They're over
Superior Heights was all
54.
over and making the recovery, so big momentum change potentially here, and I'm sure Superior Heights wants to get out and see if they can tie this game up.
And talk about the ebbs and flows. Looked like Korah Colts were in the driver's seat now, 14-7 with the Steelhawks marching. They're down 7, but nice job, Travis New getting out to the corner. Nice job pursuit
Travis New
contained
tries to
by
get
the
around the
defensive end of the Colts. Gain of 2 on the play out to the 55-yard
Cam
line.
Williamson. Gain of about a yard, sets up second and 9.
They're giving 1 on the gain. Second and 9 is the call. And again, 4-down football in this junior loop, so lots of chances to march the 9 and move the sticks. And obviously, Korah Colts looking to stop this and stem the tide after that turnover. Wooten still under center. Polson in the backfield looking to carry. Nice job. Oh, Wooten did a nice job stepping up, but
Over the pass, has to keep it.
everything broke down for the Steelhawks. Number 2. Max Fuselli there with the tackle. Cam Williamson with the help on that one.
Yeah, you know what? That line, Corps' defensive
Tackled by
line,
number
busted
98.
through
Brody Blair.
untouched, and
Taken after
kind
his
of
dad.
threw a wrench in the play there. Looked like Wooten was getting ready to pass, and he had to scramble out, and he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage and ended up losing a yard on the play. So
Third and 10 for the
Bring it up 3rd and
Steelhawks.
10, and I'm surprised they haven't gone back to the air. That last play to Drayden Brock that resulted in the touchdown was an effective one. There's that ball going up again, and goes to the top of his leap. Throws to
Pass to
Cherry
Solo,
Solo,
complete.
number 9, complete, but only
That's
for a
a jump
gain of
for it.
4, so they have decision time here for the Steelhawks. Looked like a punt situation with a 4th and
23
5.
Manchenko on the tackle.
Manchenko stopping on the defense for Korah.
Sets up 4th and about 4 for the
you know what?
Steelhawks.
I wouldn't hesitate to see if Coach Klooster goes for it here. They're on that side of the field, and Korah jumped back into that cover 2 shell, so they're taking that deep pass away. But it looks like the flats potentially could be open with deep coverage, right? So
I always love to see the nice slant pass here, a little cross. Probably got a blitz coming. Looks like 55 is able to draw them offside. 55 for the Korah Colts, just a little overzealous, and looks like we talked about it earlier, with the
yeah,
4th down and
Referee
5.
sorting it out.
Scott's going to be
Gotta stay
driving
home.
Coach
Obviously,
Nisbet
we have flags on the play.
crazy over there. You know, he called the blitz, and
Offside.
you got to be watching the ball, right? You're trying to time that blitz up right, and you know you're coming from behind the line, but
So that's offside on Korah.
you got to
That's
watch the
5-yard
ball
penalty
being
and a
snapped
first down.
regardless. So if you're, that blitz was coming in the A gap, and he didn't, he's got to see the ball when he's getting to that point, right? So
And I can think back to my days when Coach would call my number and say, okay, blitz time, there was not a lot of synapses firing and brain process that you just wanted to get back in the house and stir up the hen house. But Travis Snood get enough for the first down, or he's on first down.
Right up the middle, clear to the 30-yard line
Probably
almost.
a gain of 11 on the play, and it looks like they're moving the sticks again.
Manchelenko Williamson in on the tackle.
Manchelenko and Williamson with the tackle for the Colts. Nice hard
First
run
down
there.
from Steelhawks.
Ben Travis Newt. Ben Travis Newt, my bad. Have a heck of a season, run the ball and at will, usually against these opponents. And again, he's on fire again today. A couple nice big runs after being pretty silent for the first quarter. So 5:33 to go in the first half. Steelhawks back on the wheels. And throw is no whistle yet, so is that ruled a backwards lateral? Looked to me to be incomplete, but no whistle yet, and looks like they're spotting. They haven't shown Korah ball yet, but waiting. Incomplete is the call. So again, as we imagined, but the way the ball was live and it wasn't blown down.
Yeah, you know,
So after everything's said and done, it's ruled an incomplete pass.
Coach Kahn rules it in.
Maybe they had to wait and get a good look as to where the ball was spotted from and where he threw the ball from. So good, conversation between head referee Grev and referee Kahn, and they made the right call there as far as we can see from up here in the booth.
Yeah, second and 10 from the 36-yard line. So Steelhawks hoping to continue this march. And hand it to Travis Newt. Oh, a nice penetration by 98 for the Korah Colts. Bodie Belair.
Bodie Belair again with the tackle.
Nice job as he gets up a little gingerly, but able to knife through there and stop Travis Newt before he got any head of steam going. So nice job by the Colts to limit the gain to 1. Or actually, it looks like a loss of 1 on the play, bringing up 3rd and 11.
Sure, they're going to try and air one of these out here now and see if they can protect them enough to get the ball away.
I'd like to see another little throw to 87. Drayden Brock was wide open on the last one. Secondary overloading the left side, or their right. Tried to prevent that.
Coach Klooster wants to have a little bit of a
After a little
discussion over
confusion,
this.
Steelhawks called
and
timeout.
called the timeout.
4:35 remaining in the half.
I think with 4:35
And
in
those
the half,
concessions are
maybe
open.
there's 2 down territory, right?
Coverages, various
Too far out to
snaps,
go
and
for a
of
field
course,
goal. You don't want to
pizza.
punt into the end zone. You get a single point, but I think here at this juncture, you got to be happy to be within 7 with the undefeated Korah Colts. Maybe 2 down it and see if you can go 3rd and 4th and get the sticks moving. And still lots of time to play in the first half, so coach's decision coming up here.
Well, I think it's a smart play from Coach Klooster. You know what, he tried to give them a little bit of a freeze call there, and it almost worked, but the lineman didn't jump into the neutral zone. He did stand up out of his stance, and you know what, now he's going to have to come back with something and maybe a little bit different of alignment. And I know Coach Nisbet's out there and Coach Elliott for the Korah Colts, and they're trying to give their advice as to what play call they're going to see coming, and see what happens.
The only problem with putting a 3rd and 11, a freeze on with 3rd and 11, even if you get an offside, you gain 5, it makes it 3rd and 6 or still, and then you once guys watch the film and prepare for next week, they might drive it home even more. They try this every time they're in that zone. So,
well, as long as you keep getting it to work, you're going to keep going back to it, right? So,
absolutely, eh? And that's why they get paid the big bucks and make the big decisions. We're just making noise about it. Oh, Wooten's able to scramble. He's in trouble. He's back out of field goal range now, out to the 53, brought down by Aiden Wanch. Another broken play, poor exchange, center and quarterback.
yeah, you
Wooten
know
did a
what?
nice job pulling it.
Wooten's not the tallest
And a back
person on the
Steelhawks
field
now.
out there, and that snap was at his ankle, so a little tough to
4th.
Yeah,
a little tough to
22.
handle and get back with a rush coming. So.
and these 4 centers, they got a ton of pressure on them, and just imagine later in the season when it starts getting a little wet and sloppy and cold. This is a beautiful day for football, so no excuses, and you won't hear anything from the center, but he's just going to have to tuck that one away. And
See Superior Heights having a hot gunner here, and he can go recover that ball without having to give it the 15. So smart play on his plate.
Ball is loose. Travis Newt able to make that reception. Better get on it. Then he's covering, and
You know
he's
what?
good.
That's not going to be. He was behind. He was a hot one.
So he can recover that football. So
After
that's
a
going to be
bit of a bobble,
that
18
should be
Travis
first
Root
down for
lands on the
Superior
ball
Heights.
around the 5-yard line.
And that's just that awareness. The returners for the Korah Colts got to know that, got to see that. Somebody's got to alert them. And at the junior ranks, that's tough to process, right? So they're looking for the no yards call. Unfortunately, the gunner was the one to cover. So.
Yep.
And for anybody watching at home, if I can try to explain that to you, if you line up for a punt and there's a man behind your punter before the punt occurs, he is a live man and he is able to go down the field and be the first man to cover the ball. If he's the first man to cover, the ball is retained by the kicking team, in which this case is the case with the 7-yard line.
Number 18, Blue is onside, eligible to recover the ball. First down, Blue.
And number 18, Travis Snoot, was the one to recover the ball. So a break for Superior Heights here to even it up.
Momentum changer.
Oh,
Huge.
absolutely. And you can't fault that kick returner for the Colts. He's looking at the ball, it's bouncing on the ground. He's waiting for no yards call as soon as he picks it up. But he has to get on that ball and cover it.
Yeah, you know what? I seen Travis Newt lining up there, and that's a play from the Korah playbook as well.
Absolutely.
Well, not just Korah, but every team's going to have
It's
that.
inside
Right?
the 5 at the very least.
When you understand the rules,
Aiden Walsh, I believe,
it's up
with
to the
tackle.
coaching staff to point that out during the game, but it's also up to the players as well. Can't relinquish them from not knowing either. They got to be, somebody should be calling that out for them and letting them know there's a hot receiver, or a hot gunner. So,
And nice run inside to the 2, tackled by Aiden Walsh. Pernell Berry under center for the Steelhawks. Wooten taking the snap. He's going to hand it off straight ahead for the touchdown. Travis Snoot wins 2 yards into pay dirt, 6 points on the board, and bring it to 14-13. So a nice job for the Steelhawks not to roll over and die here. Mounting a nice little comeback with an extra point here. They could bring it to 14-14 tie game late in this second quarter.
yeah, some pivotal plays here, changing the way the flow of the game was going, and hats off to Superior Heights for making a couple adjustments and making sure they get that first down and recovering the ball too on the special teams play. So
Great play on special teams, and that's often overlooked, the special teams facet, but obviously a very important component as the Steelhawks put it up and match 14s with the Korah Colts. And again, sometimes when things happen in week 6, you're able to put a little more attention on it in practice next week in game film, and then you're pointing those things out, and then hopefully avoid that same problem if you're the Colts in playoff games. So
Nothing bad happened?
nice selection to get back in tight. 14-14 your score, 3:21 to go. And just wanted to remind you that Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials team up with Saultsports.com to honor the top athlete of the game every time we stream these games, regular and postseason. So at the end of this contest, we will announce a player from each of the teams. They will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials tee as the athlete of the game. 3:21 to go, still a marathon, still a lifetime here for both of these teams to get at least one drive underway here.
yeah, you know what? The fans are starting to filter in. Senior Tilt could be a nice game. I'm sure Korah wants to get back to playing some solid football after the loss from last week. And if you know Coach Annett the way I do, they'll definitely be prepared for tonight. And, Coach DeSanto is going to have his kids ready on the Superior Heights team as well. So.
Yeah, and talking to some of the parents on the Korah Colts, they were certainly back to the drawing board after the punch in the mouth given to them by St. Mary's. And I mentioned to my son who plays for the Knights, you don't want to poke the bear. And obviously, as you mentioned, Coach Annett will have his guys ready, and even though it's just a regular season game to round out the schedule, it's going to be all systems go. So
Yeah, all the coaches are going to be ironing out their game plans for the week. Coach Monaco, Coach Bazois for White Pines, and Coach Monaco for St. Mary's. They're going to be ironing out their game plans for next week, and nobody wants to show anybody what they have for the playoffs because everybody throws a little wrinkle in, right? And going to see what they're going to want to execute and see if they can throw a surprise in, but should be interesting.
they did a nice job yesterday getting through the games without any penalties or suspensions, and a few minor injuries, but nothing that will keep anybody out of the lineup as of yesterday's game at least. And again, in high school football and football in general, it's just a war of attrition. Sometimes you get the injury bug, and sometimes you're short a few players, but you have to adjust, and that's why these guys getting their chances here, second man up, getting good reps and
they're overloading that one side here again,
and a squib kick bounces up, nicely fielded at the 35. Looks like 26, returning
After all
out.
said and done, it's
Charlie
going to
McMaster
have 20,
with a
Jerry
nice
Dickinson.
ball.
He gets out to almost the 50.
you know, there was a. I'm
20.
not sure which one of the the coaches called the
Oliver
timeout on
Smith.
that last one, but
With
I'm a little
tackle.
bit surprised that Coach Gooser didn't want that ball a little bit deeper because, you know, there's 3 minutes left. You don't want to give Korah the ball with any free yards, and they're going to get it now at the Superior Heights 49-yard line. So, you know, it's almost a third of the field that they're giving it on the ball, and it's up to their defense now, I guess, to make a stop.
I always defer to the NFL teams that like to pound the ball deep. Obviously, you won't put it through the end zone, but make them run a long way, especially when
Melchior
Melchior is
calls a nice little
gobbling
block.
up the yards
Gets
like
out
that,
to
out to the
just past
55, gain of
midfield.
7 on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Blaine Polson, along with Grayson Wagner-Smith.
And again, that onside kick,
tackle.
that squib kick, what you're trying to do, you're trying to eliminate a big run back. You don't want to overkick your coverage, and these returners for Korah can take it a long way, so maybe their thought process is keep it out of Melchior's hands and
That's a 3-minute
live to
warning.
fight another day. 3 minutes inside in the half. Korah Colts with the march.
Melchior.
Nice pop. No, it's 23, I believe.
Yep.
And he's strung out nicely by number 35 with
Vance
help from
Lenko gets
28.
out after 50, tries to hit the
Vance
brakes to
Lenko.
elude a couple of defenders. Eventually
Terry,
dropped down,
Marcus
35.
Braden McLeod
Marcus
also
Gould with
help.
tackle. He had a little help.
Nice job
with
bouncing it
Oliver
out after initial
Johnstone, number
contact at the
28.
line of scrimmage. So
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get a little bit of coaching up there once they see the film. He stopped and let them make the tackle. All he had to do is just keep running through them, and you know, we would have got him a couple extra yards, but he did get the first down, so hats off to him.
yeah. And Korah Colts able to march this whole first half. So 2:28 to go. Like I said, a lot of time to get down the field. Obviously, it's Steelhawks with the momentum. 2 late touchdowns to tie this up, 14-14. But speaking of momentum,
Melchior gets out
in the
past
form of
35
14
for
yards
a first
at a
down.
time up the right side. Peyton Melchior out inside the 35 to the 32. So Steelhawks a little back pedal here, on their heels a little bit, and they're going to have to bend but not break here as we sit with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Kenyon Williamson.
Kenyon Williamson on the stop for the Steelhawks.
And 27, Wagner-Smith
I'm not sure what the delay is here.
with the
There's
tackle.
nobody hurt, just other than a tying of a shoe. I don't know, maybe that's just a safety concern that why they blew it down, but one of the Korah linemen was tying up a shoe and they blew it dead. So
Like you said, it has the developmental league sometimes to give them a little rope to get it back on track here. That's 23. I think that's
Menchelenko draw.
Manchelenko carrying the ball again. Gains about 6
That's one
yards.
tackle, but he's tackled
Brings
somewhere
up
around
2nd and 4.
the
well, referee
26
Fitzpatrick has just
yard
let,
line, but we do have a
referee
flag
Greg
on the
know,
play.
there was a penalty there, and I'm pretty sure it was a hold, Scott. So
Oh, and missed the flag. Holding against the Colts, so that'll be coming back.
Line the penalty, it's second down here, the clock goes. Accept the penalty.
Well, Coach, referee Grev explaining the permutations here and what are the choices for the Steelhawks. They can take it and decline the penalty.
Back 10.
That's a 10-yard
Instead,
penalty
they're
for
gonna
holding
back
on
it
the
up.
Colts. That'll back them up 10 yards. It'll be
Stop
first
the
and
clock
20
until the snap of the ball and
from their own
back them out
41-yard
to the
line.
41, which I think is a smart money there for always moving the offense back, especially when the Colts are marching as they are. So first and 20, it looks like. And looks like the end around. Here comes the sweep. 34 with a chance, breaks a tackle. Breaks 2 tackles. You got one guy to beat. Looking down the sideline, steps out of bounds.
Cochamillo runs it
After
down for the first down.
first
Gets them
down,
21
Cochamillo
yards,
on the
22
carry.
yards.
you know what? You never spare.
Eventually run out of bounds by a couple Steelhawks.
Great run by the Korah running back Cochamillo there. He got it looks like almost 24 yards on the run. So negated the penalty and got some yards plus. So
And it's tough too when your defensemen or your defensive players come up and make a stick and try to wrestle him to the ground, but you're not going to bring down 34 with the arm tackle. He got loose and sprung down the sidelines for a few extra yards. Gain of 24 on the play inside the red zone to the 17, where the Colts will look to score with 1:36 to go in this second quarter. Number 4 hands off to Melchiori. Melchiori goes out end and runs over. Defenders in for the touchdown. It's a little bit of a backbreaker for the Steelhawks as Melchiori are able to take it over top. Shortest distance from A to B is in a straight line. Took two Blues in the way.
We alluded, well, at least I did. I alluded to the short field and giving them the chance, and that's the outcome that you get, right? So, it's easier said than done from up here, but just seeing what I'm seeing, and I think maybe you want to revisit that in the future, that you give them the ball a little bit deeper.
Yeah, and pin them deep and make them march the length of the field and execute and beat you that way. But Kochmila with an extra point, hold by number 4, Zane Murdoch. So
Kick is up and good.
21-14 your score. A real exciting, interesting half of football. Korah goes up 2 scores, 14-0. Steelhawks rally back with a couple turnovers and score 14 points of their own. And late in the half, the Korah Colts go back on top. So looks like we got ourselves a game here, and lots in store for the second half.
Terrific game for junior football here on another great Friday night.
Close. Get closer. And we're going to wait a kickoff here with 1:31.
Well, I'm sure Coach Klooster is, devising one of his schemes there now to, maybe put a wall up on defense or put a wedge or something that utilize on special teams and see if they can gain some distance back on the kickoff. So.
Yeah, and again, I think the same rule applies. I think you want to pound this one deep, make Superior Heights march the distance or the length of the field. 1:31 to go, an eternity for an offense. And this is where I always love seeing the hurry-up offense, because if you don't get out of bounds and stop the clock, you have to have your offense firing on all cylinders and knowing how to manage the clock. This is where Chirasolo might be better under center, or young Wooten may have not have the reps on hurry-up offense. We'll see what they bring. And, that long pass to Drayden Brock worked in the first half, and maybe we go to that again if they look to strike. Or are you happy as a Steelhawks just to take it in at halftime with a 7-point deficit?
Yeah, Korah did take the ball to start, so they're going to get the ball back in the second half. But obviously you want to try and see if, a minute 30, you want to see what you can get out of the field. And then if you don't happen to get enough yardage where you need it, then you, can take a knee and wind out the half.
Yeah, and it'll all depend on where this drive starts. If you're back inside the 20, maybe they just run it and try to break one on the run. But nice little kick by Kochmiller, I think. Yep. The ball takes a Korah favorable bounce. 13 White returning for the Steelhawks, so that's Mason DeChamplain.
13, Mason DeChamplain corrals the ball for
Hits the deck.
That'll be
That was looking at the free ball there, but
that was a pretty quick whistle. They have to have that ball under control, and I think inadvertently referee Kahn blew that dead pretty quick. He just touched it, and it wasn't covered, so it would have been a live ball at that point, because it's not a point where you got to get 15 yards, or 5 yards, I mean. So
the ball starts, or the drive starts at the 27-yard line for the Steelhawks as they hope to score, and with 1:01 to go, like I said, lots of time to march, but they're going to have to do a quick strike offense. I think with Wooten under center, he's throwing a nice ball today. Maybe stretch it out and go vertical. You don't want the pick six, though, going the other way. So they throw the screen, which has been there all day. Chirasolo catches, but only a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. So
Chirasolo is complete. He gets out.
Nice execution, but equally good as the defensive coverage on that. So converging quickly on the receiver and closing him out. And I think Chirasolo would have hoped to have at least one blocker out there trying to bust him for a couple of yards. So regardless, it's a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 with 57.8. So the clock is running. This is where Wooten has to get up on the ball and snap it, unless he's satisfied to run the clock out. Drops back to pass. he is taken down quickly after the breakdown by Aiden Wanch.
Wooten couldn't do much there. Quarterback sack.
45.4 seconds to go.
Aiden Wanch with the tackle.
Wooten take a big lick there, and
You know what? It's third down here, and Coach Bernabucci's calling a timeout, and he sees maybe another opportunity if Superior Heights can't get the first down here, and they're going to punt it away to save a little time on the clock, potentially a field goal try, or get down the field. So interesting to see what transpires here next.
And I believe that is Korah's second timeout this half, so they're out of timeouts. I believe Superior Heights still has one in the bank, but I'll have to check the stat sheet on that. And regardless, 2 plays left for this Steelhawk drive unless they move the sticks, and they need 12 to do so. And I don't think I go for it on fourth down because, like you said, if you don't, they still have some time and they can score from 30, punt the ball, and see if they get on the yellow side of half. But we'll see how it all plays out here as Wooden takes the snap again under center. Got 2 guys in the back, two backs in the backfield, Polson and Travis Newt. Travis Newt able to break 1 tackle. Gain forward for a first down.
Beautiful run by Travis Newt. Breaks the
Depend on the
tackle.
spot, might be a little short, but I think they're going to give it to him.
Williamson and Max
Absolutely.
Fuseli with the eventual tackle. But it
Actually,
is a
still
first
on
down
the stop for the
Steelhawks.
Colts, but they got enough for the first down, so that's nice. Nice situation for the Steelhawks. Now they got at least 2 more plays, 3 more plays, depending on the outcome here.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to try.
Up on the ball quickly as the clock is running. This is where that hurry-up offense comes in handy. Wooten doing a nice job here. Drayden Brock, a couple wideouts here on the right side. Looking to air it out. Drops back. He's going to get hit. Ball's up for Drayden Brock. Almost picked off by number 2, Max Fuseli. So
falls incomplete.
I've seen throws in this double coverage. I've never seen 5 defenders on a ball, but had Brock been able to get that one in his hands, he would have been off to the races as all the yellow shirts stormed past him.
Yeah, you know what? They were all in front of him, so had that ball got over their heads, he had nothing but daylight in front of him there, and I'm sure Coach Nisbet's going to address that one.
But nice ball by Wooden, just into a sea of yellow and gold and brown. And second down is the call. They're going to throw it up in the air again. Pass falls to the ground. Looks like somebody broke off a pattern or got crossed up. Maybe chair sole on the slant, but regardless, Wooten
Pass is
incomplete.
incomplete. That's going to set up third down.
Third down is the call. 19.6 seconds to go. So again, lots of different things that you could do as a coach here as the clock starts rolling. Nope, it'll start on the snap of the ball here, so get a little reprieve. And you keep the ball on the ground or you throw it up in the air. Or if you don't get it on third, they keep it on the ground. If they don't get it here, which it doesn't look like they're going to, now they can at least run out the clock
Blaine Polson with the carry.
down to a reasonable number. And
Wants Jackson Kinnunen, I believe.
Jackson Kinnunen on a stop here, so as I said, you run the clock down to 2 seconds and then boot it away and hope to run out the clock, or do you give the Colts another chance at it?
Well, it looks like they're going to end up there filtering around a couple of people, so it looks like they're going to punt the ball and hope that I'm pretty sure that they'll probably just angle this towards the sideline instead of a long punt and try and prevent a Korah run back here. At least that's what I'd be doing, but I'm up in the booth now, retired, so whatever they decide.
My consideration was just trying to run the clock because the last play being a run, the clock will start. And
We got ourselves a timeout called by Korah.
Colts obviously had an extra timeout in the bank, so that'll be the last one of the half. And as I was mentioning, 12.9 seconds, the clock starts on the blow-in of the whistle, the referee's whistle. So if the Steelhawks are able to get that 12.9 down to about 2 seconds before they snap the ball, the punch should take at least 2 seconds and roll out the rest of the quarter, or the half rather. But wait and see. Don't go anywhere. And make sure you come back. 7:30 is the start of our senior coverage tonight here on Saultsports.com, True House Radio. Glad you could join us. Stay tuned for the last 12.9 seconds of this first half. Entertaining contest between these Colts leading the Steelhawks 21-14 in the final game of the regular season. Playoffs looming next week.
4th and long.
And Gunner in that situation again. Looks like Travis Newt back again. Kick the ball. Looks like it's tipped or a nice boot. Korah able to retrieve it. There's Travis Newt again with the coverage as the Gunner.
We got a flag on the play. Travis Newt for the tackle.
No yards call, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, Scotty.
Yeah.
Ryder Strachan corrals the ball for Korah.
There's Strachan controlling the ball for the Colts. And again, not a lot of time ran off the clock, leaving 8.6 seconds. Colts have a decision here.
They're having a little debate on whether the 5 yards was there or not, but from our vantage point, it definitely looked like it.
And so as a gunner, he's able to cover the ball, but he's not allowed to tackle with no yards. So
Correct.
8.6 seconds to go. A great finish here. Maybe we'll see some Melchiori on the ground. Maybe we'll see the ball in the air.
Well, Superior
might
Heights
have.
has went from that cover 1 defense that they were in before to a cover 2. So they're trying to make sure nobody gets behind them.
So don't get your coffee just yet. We are marching the ball forward inside the
So that's a 15-yard
Steelhawks
penalty for no yards against the Steelhawks.
zone,
That'll back them up,
and the
it'll be
Colts
first
have
and 10 Korah
8.6 seconds
from
to
the
work some
46-yard
magic
line
and
of Superior
try to
Heights.
stretch this lead. And I think if you throw it in the air, you got to go deep and you got to go across the middle to prevent that pick six. They've been throwing a lot of screens out to the flats, and I don't like that if you're the Colts, just in case somebody jumps a route and is able to go the distance and the other way and tie the game at half.
It's like
Attaboy,
Coach Klooster had wasn't exactly in favor of the 15-yard penalty there. So
Had a little disagreement, did he?
yeah, with him and referee Greb, but unfortunately, you never win those arguments.
No. And you usually use the next one too as well. So anyway, number 4 under center rolls out. He's got the ball. He's looking to throw. He's going to have to tuck it away, and he's going to run for it. He's got some room. He's got one block he's looking for, and this is where the Steelhawks defender has to stop.
Murdoch keeps it
And he
forward.
made it make it
We
to
got
the
a
distance. So a
40.
back-breaking play on the last play of the half sends Zane Murdoch in using his legs. And again, one man blocking out front, and is all he needed to make it to the distance. And like I said, a little bit of a backbreaker for the Steelhawks there.
Yeah, you know what? They were running an out route there with number 11, and he got around that corner, and there was nobody there, so he just turned on the jets and got himself in.
And a nice job to be immobile and down the sidelines. Got one block, and then 3 defenders came up. A nice block on the Steelhawks, putting him on his back end, and Murdoch able to take a big hit at the goal line to make it 27-14. Looking for the extra point here. Snap is up. Snap is good, rather. Ball is down. Kick is good. So that'll bring the end of the first half, 28-14. A great contest. We're going to take a little break for 10 minutes.
So we got some
Make sure you
help to fix that for you.
join us back. Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not sure referee
See you
Greb
guys on
hasn't
hook for tape
signaled
for it.
it's halftime yet. So
All right. So might have a
we
play.
didn't see the flag.
Might have a
There
flag
it is.
there.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the half.
There's the end of the half. 28-14. The Korah
28-14
Colts
on the
leading
final play of the half.
the Steelhawks from
My nose
Superior
is-
Heights.
my
Come
nose
on
is
back in 10
directed
minutes
to
and
Superior.
we'll bring you the rest of this fantastic affair.
Concessions are open. We got to do
Onside kick caught us by surprise, and that ball didn't travel 10 yards, so I believe it'll be
So
Steelhawks
Korah
ball.
attempts the onside kick.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't even make the 50 on the first bounce there. So
Yeah, so sorry, like I said, we got caught
because the ball did not go 10 yards.
off guard here. We are back underway, 11:55 to go, second half underway between the Korah Colts and the Steelhawks. Scott McPherson, Ray Bazwa joining here on Saultsports.com, Steelhawks Radio. Looks like the ball is going to be taken over by the Steelhawks after the onside kick didn't travel 10 yards. So, Coach, great first half, and excited to bring you the second. What are you expecting this time?
yeah, you know what? It's up to Superior Heights to answer to the challenge. Korah made the best of their opportunities in the second half, near the tail end of the second half, or of the first half, sorry, and made their points count, and they got a commanding 2-touchdown lead. So it's up to Superior Heights, and not out of the realm of any reach whatsoever, but I expect them to come out and continue to what they were doing and try and move the football and get another touchdown and divide the loss in half here, the shortfall in half.
Yeah, and tale of two quarters. First quarter, Colts came out to establish a run, worked on a 14-0 lead, scoring 2 touchdowns early. Steelhawks battle back in the second, pulling it within to a 14 tie. Then Korah Colts marching down the field, scoring, making it 21-14, and then a late collapse by the Steelhawks allowed the Colts to march it in with second at the end of the half, rather.
Leading the offense.
So that's where we stand, 28-14. Steelhawks have the ball, though, and hoping to trim that deficit, like I said, about 14 points. Up the middle, straight ahead, gain of about 4 on the play. Travis Snoot, the carry, number 5. See the number there?
There was a couple. Aiden Wanch was in there on the tackle, number 8. And 57, I believe.
Phillips with the tackle.
57 for Korah would it be Gabe Phillips.
So nice job. Nice gain of 4 on the play by Travis Snoot. Nice tackle by 57 Phillips. So the Colts seem to have a little bit of ease running on this Superior Heights Steelhawks defense. So looks like the Steelhawks have to put up some points. It'll be a shootout here if they're expected to contain and stay in this game. Nice job by Travis Snoot to get outside, back to the original line of scrimmage. Beautiful tackle on the play by number, is that 20?
Tackle by number 23, Koen Menchelenko.
Yeah, we're seeing Cohen on both sides of the ball here. Pretty stout tackle. Seems to be hobbling a little bit in favor, and his knee's got a brace on it, so doesn't seem to be impacting his play, though.
Yeah, tough customer. Now, is that in relation to Billy Menchelenko?
I believe it's, I see Bill down there, so it's got to be, definitely related.
Yeah, and Billy played a little ball here for Korah, did he?
No, he was a Boating guy.
Boating guy, okay. Nicely done. As number 2, Wooten takes the hand, or gives the hand off to Travis Snoot.
He's
Short of the first down on 3rd and 6.
Sets up
Bring up 4th and 2. All right, prognosticator, what do you do here with 4th and 2?
Well, he's not running his special teams on, so it looks like they're going to go for it and, try and set the tone for the second half that they can get 2 yards. So.
And I like to call, establish some confidence in your team, show them that you're reassured by what they've been doing, and reward them with a first down if they can earn it here.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them try another freeze, I got to be honest. It's worked in the past, so I know the coaches would have preached on that in the intermission, but.
Ball's handed off to Travis Snoot has enough for the first down. Stopped by a slew of Colts, but
back to Travis
I think the
Snoot.
spot will afford him the moving of the sticks.
See where they mark it.
For
First down, Steelhawks.
4 Colts on the defense, but not after a gain that gives them first down from the 41, looks like.
Turner Dickinson, Gabe Phillips with the tackle.
Turner Dickinson and Gabe Phillips again in on the tackle for the Colts. So a nice job, straight up the middle. Travis Snoot doing a nice job, getting some hard yards. Okay. And as he does, he gains the hard yards, has the speed to get outside off tackle and on the end around, and they're counting on him a little bit more. They didn't use him quite as much in the first quarter. So Travis Snoot, number 18, getting called off in here. Hooten back to pass, big rush coming. Ball is completed to number 55, Polson. Nice job to bring it out
55 Blaine
past
Wilson. He gets out across
the
the
36-yard line.
almost to the 37-yard line.
And I think that Steelhawks front four has got to just do a little more to get some protection for their team
Logan
there.
Lajanen
Teammate
with the
number
tackle.
10.
Yeah, you know
number
what?
2.
They got some big kids in there, and I'm sure they're been working hard on them and trying to get them to stop that. But Korah defenders, there's some pretty good stout grade 10s on there, and they've played the game before, and they got some great coaching over there. So showing them the intricacies of defensive line play.
And Logan Lajanen on the stop there, so Dad getting a front row seat watching his son defend. Nice play, nice pass. Man's able to break it. Looks like Travis Newt could go all the way. One last man to catch. No! Catching Travis Newt in for the score.
To Travis
6
Newt.
points.
He takes it
On
around
a
the
beautiful
edge and
pass
scampers all the way
by
in for the touchdown.
Wooten. Breaks one.
37-yard scoring play.
Outruns to the house.
Wow, he just he got another gear there about the 10-yard line. They were closing hard, the defenders, and for Korah, and he just turned another gear on, and he got by the defenders and into the end zone. And what a better way to start for Superior Heights, getting on the board their first series of the second half, and we're back to a tight ball game again, Scott.
And a pesky Steelhawks team. They refuse to quit and keep coming back here. 28-20, looking for the extra point to make it 28-21. A little tough snap, but the ball is up, and no signal
It's up
yet.
and good.
Yeah, Coach.
28-21.
Sorry, he's looking under the uprights, but referee Grev had the signal up in the backfield. 28-21, another one-score game. So Steelhawks not going away easily anyway, and Colts will get the ball back with 7:56 to go in the third quarter.
I think Coach Booster set the tone there. At half, they were, they needed 2 yards and come out, and he had the confidence in his group that they were going to get the 2 yards. And they rewarded his play calling and by going down and scoring a touchdown. So,
and that's a play call where you rally your guys and you say in the huddle, hey, coach has got us, got the faith in us. We're going to knock this one through. And even if they didn't get that next week, when it comes to that same play in the playoffs, you rely on the fact that you guys have had a chance another rep at that, and then next time maybe is a lucky one. But this one, obviously successful, continued the march, moved on down the field, and Travis Newt able to scamper in for a nice little touchdown. So a game, a little back and forth, a little chess match, a little psychology with these coaches, and trying to positive reinforcement to build their confidence in their young players here. And obviously confidence is a big factor and a big requirement for this violent sport that we love. Wooten bringing an overload. A little bit of confusion, a little bit of trickery maybe here with Wooten on the kick as he sets up the onside, and he's going to do it. Ball is punted, picked up by number 11, who might get to break outside. He needs one block. He's got some wheels. Nice job by number 35. 35 is Marcus Gould able to make the stop.
Nice enough return, but he gets
nice hands by
at the very least.
number 11, Grevin Grisdale to haul that in.
a little bit on the sideline here. Blaine Polson for Superior Heights a little slow to get up, but he's up bouncing around, getting himself active.
Yeah, now he looks pretty animated, so I think he's ready to go. And he was down a little bit earlier with a little nagging injury, so maybe just a stinger or something.
Wait till he gets our age, Scotty. He's going to be even slower getting up off the turf there.
I woke up with a stinger this morning, and I didn't even play last night. So it looks like a first down from the 51-yard line inside their own zone. Looks like the handoff is to Melchiori, and he's able to bust through. He's able to gain 11 yards out to the 48-yard line. Brought down by 27.
Grayson Wagner-Smith.
Perfect. And a nice job catching him from behind. And, he was Melchior was a couple of grasps of cotton away from getting loose there. He had a breakaway shirt. Might have got loose and carried for much more than that. But gained 11 on the play, moves the sticks inside the Steelhawks territory into the 48-yard line. 7:02 to go. They're messing me up because they still have second quarter posted on the scoreboard. So hopefully we can get that fixed.
First and 10, Korah.
Send a message down to
47-yard line.
the field. Third quarter, 34 going around the end. got a block. Looking to cut it back inside. Still on his feet.
Hand off to Cocciamilio.
Cocciamilio rumbles
hit by
forward.
Lucas Cruikshank
Lucas
for
Cruikshank
the
with a stop.
35-yard line.
Yeah, Marcus Gould had the first initial contact with him there, slowed him down enough that he could, his teammate can
Good enough for a first down,
get
though.
a stop. But Korah running that ball again, what they do best, right? So,
And again, all you need to do is march the clock, even when you're only up 7. But when you're up ahead on your opponent and you're able to run the clock down, it limits their options to get back into this game. And obviously, plenty of time to go with 6:10 to go in the third. But Korah Colts pretty efficient with the ball here. Oh, looks like the draw. And again, every time they go offside, you see
We got some points.
linemen banging their helmets and saying, "Silly me."
yeah, you know what? You're getting into the playoff round next week, and you don't want to see those penalties still happening. It's it becomes a point of frustration for the coaches. All they have to do is watch the ball, and for Coach Bernabucci on that play, he's not happy that they didn't have the cadence down properly or set for the play. So
Yeah.
he's coaching them up right now, having a conversation with
So the
Zane
penalty's
Murdoch
against Korah,
there,
that'll back
and
them
I'm
up
sure that
5.
he's giving them, let's get the cadence rolled up and
That's a first and 15.
quit giving away free yards.
Yeah. And come playoff time, that might be the difference in the game, even or a
100%.
drive at least. But Zane Murdoch under center, hands off to 23. 23 is going to carry it over the left side. Takes on
Hand
a
off to Mitchell.
tackler.
He gets to the outside before being
28
hit by
on the stop there.
28,
Oliver Johnston.
Johnstone. Good hard hit.
23, Cohen Manchelenko making the run, making the hard yards there.
He didn't even get touched for the first 6 yards of that play. So looked like there's a little bit of a hole on the Superior Heights defense on that side that they're going to have to coach them up and get them ready to block that, because a lot of these Korah runs are coming from the outside, and that's where the speed, if you got the speed, it sure benefits you.
You think the secondary for the Steelhawks might be able to roll up a little bit, as they're not as much a fear of the passing game, but you got to respect the number 29 here, who gets out past the 25.
Caldwell
Looking to pick
reaches
up
out.
for a
Beautiful
first down.
tackle.
Yeah, Jaden Caldwell there on the stop made a great tackle and didn't let the Korah runner get any further than just past the first down marker. So.
But like I said earlier, Korah Colts are got to be happy just marching the ball, moving the sticks, taking time off the clock, and
the Steelhawks.
in the lead by 7, marching all the way down to the end zone. Steelhawks will have to anchor this here and make something happen. 4:52 to go. Murdoch dropping back to pass, looking for that familiar screen pass with the flats there. Melchior able to make it 10. Into for the touchdown. Looked like he didn't have enough room there, but doesn't need much of an alley to
Melchior
turn the corner and
for the touchdown.
able to scamper in for a touchdown. Flag on the play. We'll see if that brings it back. Spot of that flag looks usually to be a hold against Korah, but might be all for naught, which would be a break for the Steelhawks. But
Well, based on where they're going right now, they're backing up, so that's not going to get them in. So.
But again, it's so fun to watch these guys, and not being a speed guy myself, when I played, it's amazing to watch some of the speed these guys shot out of a cannon or just getting to the corner. Reminds me of Angelo Michelli back in my day, able to turn that corner. And
penalty against the Colts, that'll back
once he
them up.
beats a defensive end on giving up contain, able to go for many yards, and that's what Melchior did. But no, for naught, they bring it back, and after the penalty, they'll start at the 25. No.
So it's a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul.
So they're calling it a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul, so they'll be back and forward, back and forward. Let's get the calculator, do the math, and tell everybody where to meet.
Looked like 3 blind mice there. We just needed the flute to be playing.
The offensive defense just did the wave on the field. So, all right, they're going to blow that ball. They'll blow the whistle and get this game back on track here. 4:38 to go. 28-21. Your Korah Colts leading. Korah with the ball. Zane Murdoch hands off. Looks inside. Got to bounce it outside. 23 Manchelenko gets wrapped up, waiting for a help
Manchelenko.
by Drayden Brock. Nice
45 Williamson.
stop.
Kenyon.
Definite, definitive shoestring tackle there. He had him by the shoelace.
Holds on, does not let go.
That's when you want to just hang on for dear life and hope for support from the rest of your defensive secondary. And Kenyon Williamson able to make initial contact. Nice job by his support staff to clean up the mess, and that'll bring up a second and looks to be about 4 yards from the 18-yard line. So inside the red zone, Colts looking to score. And a real seesaw battle here. We saw a few lead changes, a few momentum swings. As Murdoch calls his own number, rambles forward well inside the 10 to the 9.
Around the 10-yard line.
Certainly enough for a first down. So Murdoch, not known for his straight-ahead running, but doing a nice job today of powering forward and calling his own number when asked. And looks like that Korah Colts offensive line is doing a pretty good job pushing back the Steelhawks. So they're going to have to settle in here, and they got some big boys on that Steelhawks side ball. So
yeah, they're going to have to make a defensive stand here, and we've got the clock ticking down at the 3-minute mark almost here now, and see what they can do.
Looks like the Colts line are just out executing the Steelhawks defenders here. So there's his ball to throw. He's got a nice job in. Well, he won't, not yet, but and then the Steelhawks do a nice job
He does not
keeping Grisdale out of the end zone. Looked like he turned it up, gone north-south there. He might have gotten in, but nice job by the Steelhawks to string it out. But inside the one, almost automatic.
He had a couple of options there. Malcuri was wide open, and nobody was there, and he checked off him, and he hit Grisdale across the middle, and unfortunately Grisdale wasn't able to get in there and make the score. But they're on the one with second down, and looking to punch it in.
And the way the Colts been marching the ball and their offensive line getting moving forward, I'm going to say, not Manchelenko, but Murdoch on a keeper maybe.
Oh, potentially. They're lining right up behind him.
And that's what he does, and he's only got to get one, and he's still on his feet. Steelhawks push back. No sign yet. Now the sign is touchdown. Korah
does get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you're that close and you need 1 yard, that's probably the smart play to do. You don't. Unlike the Philadelphia Eagles there, who I'm not a big fan of, and their tush-push, they used to be the old tandem buck play here in the Canadian Football League here, but they didn't allow that, and apparently they allow it in the NFL. And apparently a lot of contention around them trying to outlaw that into the next year. So a lot of topic of discussion, but nonetheless, Zane Murdoch in here for the major. That's his second touchdown of the night. And we'll see what's going on. Referee Grev's having a conversation with them.
And again, we alluded to earlier in the drive that the offensive line for the Colts seem to be pushing the Steelhawks backwards, and first and goal from the one. It's an easy decision for Zane Murdoch to call his own number, and he calls his own number again. Looks like his knee was down, so it should be blown dead, but looks like he's going to try and scamper in. He's in for the touchdown, says Donnie Chow. So a nice job by Murdoch to call his number. That's not a touchdown rather, but a 2-point conversion on a botched snap. So going for one to settle the 7-point, end up with 2 points after a bad snap. Murdoch calls his own number and rallies across the line. Now is the rule not that if his knee's down to hold the kick, it should be knee down, end of play, but
there was some discrepancy a couple years ago on I asked for clarification on that, and I'm sure that's what Coach Klooster is doing over there right now, asking that his knee was down and he received the ball, so it should be blown dead is what Coach Klooster wants, but we're going to get a call from referee Grev here.
So here comes the call from the referee.
Point conversion. The pin man's knee was down when he caught the ball. He cannot run with the ball. 6 points.
Chalk went up for Coach Bazawa.
So the
able to
point
call that, and after conferring with the
he did not
back judge, referee Grev was able to assert that the pin man had his knee down, resulting in a dead play once the bad snap, not allowing him to run. And I bet you Zane Murdoch would have wished that they'd blown out dead, because he took a big lick at the goal line to score and scamper that in across the goal line and took a hard lick there. But nonetheless, the right call is on the field, 34-21, so a 13-point game.
Yeah, you know what? Credit to the Superior Heights. They were in the backfield there. Korah overloaded their line shift to the right side, and the Superior Heights defender was right in the backfield, and Murdoch a little bit of a high snap there, and he didn't get much opportunity to try and get it down, and had to run for his life there.
And that's a teachable moment there. Maybe next time I'm sure that it's more comfortable to have the knee down to hold and set, but maybe in case of a bad snap, get that knee up and run for their dear life. But regardless, it's going to be the Colts kicking off to the Steelhawks after the touchdown. Looks like Coach Mealy will do the duties there.
That's
Dad
right.
Rick and Mom Laura.
Superior Heights is
Watching on.
way back there, so he hasn't made it to that distance, and
And now he drives it over his head, so making us a fool. And 13 picks up the ball in the end zone. He'll have to get out to, and he does not get out. A beautiful tackle by number 15. Number 15, Madden Glavoda.
well, that's his longest kick of the night. I've seen him a couple of weeks ago. He was pounding them back there, and tonight he hadn't, and
Yeah,
he must have heard me on the headset here. He must have had the telecommunications going, and he pounded that one over the defender's head. But in fairness, the Superior Heights kid did run up over it, and then he went over his head, misjudged it. Unfortunately for them, and we're going to see the outcome of this play.
and a nice job in pursuit of number 15, Madden Glavoda. Hadn't seen his name, called his number, but a nice job pursuing and making the tackle in the end zone. So we will see where the ball comes out to, the 25, I believe.
Should be the
35. 35 after the penalty. So
after that said and done, that's a good old-fashioned rouge.
oh, sorry.
One more point on board for Korah, 35-21.
My apologies. Not a penalty on the play, but a rouge after the kickoff. And Korah tackling in the end zone, so brings the ball out to the 35. 1:51 to go in the third. Now they've adjusted the clock here, and we've even got yards to go on the clock. Polson with the carry. Nice job carrying the ball. So
Yeah, he's had a couple of really good runs for Superior Heights.
got a little second wind there. And on the scamper for.
You thought maybe we were on a time delay there.
99 Evan Bullville with the tackle.
Evan Bullville, number 99, with the tackle for the Colts. Dad Tim in the stands, loving this game of football. 1:21 to go, so Steelhawks a long way to go before they score in this third quarter, but lots of great action here at the field house. I'm glad you could join us here on Saultsports.com as the Steelhawks take over. Their drive continues with Travis Snoot up the middle, I believe.
Yeah, and I think he
Out
got
to the
enough for a
45.
first down.
Out past the 45 for the first down, so now we haven't heard Clement's name.
Trevor does get the first down.
Usually a serviceable back, gained lots of big yards, and nice compliment to Trevor Snoop. We haven't seen him. Maybe he's away or maybe injured or sick. Haven't called his name. Don't see him over on the sideline, so hopefully Coach Klusters will have him back, a big asset to these Steelhawks, and he'll hope to be back for the playoffs. So we don't have an update on him medically, so let's hope he was just away with football commitments or such. And Wooten back to throw. A nice ball, tight spiral, and a nice pop by the defender, but not after a gain, not before a gain.
Is
Call 8 yards.
to midfield at the 55.
Yeah, you know, Scotty,
He's hit almost immediately.
during
by the
our
20.
intermission, I had a chance to
Dickinson
talk to Coach Annett, the head coach of the Korah Seniors.
Sets up second and
he
one,
said
I believe.
the
for
flu bug's definitely
Steelhawks.
running rampant over at their
This will be the
school.
last
So
play of the third quarter.
where there's one school happening, it's happening at another school, right? And talked to my daughter. She's a nurse at the hospital over in Sioux, Michigan, and one of their floors they're starting to have them wear the masks again. So
Yeah.
it's starting to go around again.
And our Sioux Area Hospital also imposed the masks back on. So the only mask we want to see are football masks, and this is one belongs to Polson as he. Ball is loose. I hear a whistle though. Either way, looks like the ball is recovered by 31 for the Korah Colts.
Polson gets first down yard.
Cam Williamson, but
just yet.
wait to see whether they spotted him down or his forward progress negated. That was a beautiful ball, stripping that ball. I don't know whether it came after the whistle, but we'll have to see what the call on the field is. And the ball is Korah. So they deem that the ball was stripped prior to.
First and 10, Korah.
Yeah, based on my look here, Scott, he was not on the ground yet. His forward progress wasn't stopped because he was still battling, and Korah defender smartly, Cam Williamson there, he ripped the ball right out, and it popped out, and unfortunately for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, it's Korah's ball.
I was going to say the same thing. Unfortunately for the Steelhawks, if you're a fan, it's not the call you want, but I think it's the right call on the field. I wasn't sure whether I heard the whistle, whether that would be reviewable, but I think the right call on the play was made.
Well, Coach Klooster's arguing adamantly on what was going on here, and he's out on the field pretty far here, so
He's got to watch there. He might get a little.
he's having a good say there, and I don't think they're going to tolerate that too much longer.
No. And you know what? You make a good point. For Kloosters, when there might have been a whistle there blowing it dead, and at least on the return, the Korah Colt must have heard the whistle, went down, negated his further progress. But regardless, they got the ball spotted at the 54-yard line inside the Steelhawk zone. Korah Colts taking over after the fumble. But a nice job by Williamson to strip that ball. And guys taught to wrap up, guys taught to bring the guy down. But when you have a guy under wraps,
They're calling the coaches over. They're going to have a little meeting.
and again, maybe a few too many choice words were exchanged, and they're going to probably give them just a warning on either side.
Well, they're definitely getting an explanation on the play, but from our vantage point right here, Scott, I didn't see anything wrong. He ripped that ball up before he was down, and I don't know. Obviously, we don't have the benefit of replay right now, but that would definitely help us get an understanding of it.
Yeah, and I think what Kloosters would be saying right now is that my guy heard the whistle and he gave up on the play, and if that indeed was a whistle, because I heard it on my headset, it might be some noise from the crowd here, but
they're going to change their mind on this. I'm not sure that I agree with it, Scott, but they are getting paid to make the decisions down there, and I'm getting paid to make the decisions up here on my comments. So.
Didn't you say, though, Coach, that once you complain to the referee, you don't very often see it reversed?
I don't know. Referee Chow was all over.
The ball came out. The ball reverts back.
And obviously they're a little closer to the action. They'll have an explanation for it. Maybe we can get that
Steelhawks, and they'll replay the second
on the break between the senior game to see the explanation. But regardless, they're going to give the ball back to the Steelhawks. So crisis averted for the Steelhawks. They return to offense, and the ball will be spotted. They're going to move the sticks again because the initial forward progress was deemed stopped at the 51. So inside of Colts territory at the 51, Wooten and his Chargers will take over for the Steelhawks. So
I don't know, Scott. That's definitely one for me. You don't see, the referees did make their decision. They got together collectively and made the call that they thought's appropriate. So you have to respect their judgment, right?
Yeah, and it's a tough job, and these officials do a bang-up job week in, week out.
And just a shout out to them, they are looking for more referees for next year. So if you're interested, get a hold of one of them, and I'm sure they can provide you the information.
Oh, and a nice job. Wooten trying to get the ball to Chirisolo.
Pass for Chirisolo.
Ball lands at his feet, unable to complete.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 is the challenge here. Interesting to see them throw the ball to the flats there on the 2nd and 1. They've been running the ball quickly and effectively on short yardage, but.
Well, on the last one that they scored the touchdown on our side here, Scott, it was just a quick flare out, and he managed to break it free for a touchdown. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so after all is said and done, that's the last play of the
third quarter. Rather bringing us into the fourth stanza here at the field house. You got a great game here. Two scores separating these two teams. 35-21. Korah Colts leading. Glad you could join us on Saultsports.com and True House Radio as we bring up a 3rd and 1. Again, I give the ball to Travis Newton, run hard yards, and then more. And he's still on his feet, needing 3 or 4 tacklers for the Colts to bring him down. 20, Turner Dickinson in the stop, among others.
Yeah, he's having an
Louisville
excellent game
and
right there.
Williams
You know,
being on
they're
the
spelling
tackle.
him off with Polson there, and
There's a first down for the Steelhawks.
I know, he was part of the SaberCats program this summer, Ben, and I know the coaching staff there had nothing but great things to say about him. Team player, stellar athlete. He's showing it on the field this evening, and I've seen a bunch of the awards that he's was able to players of the game, and he's off to a great start.
Yeah, definitely a talented athlete and great running the ball. He's caught a few passes this year that have electrified the audience, and looking for a little something here now with Wooten throwing deep, but he's got a man in yellow in the way, and yellow is a
Colt is up.
Didn't see the number,
but he gets picked off.
Chaplain is the intended receiver. Looks like, is that Melchiori or 28?
I think it was 28. I don't
28 Jackson
Looks like
Kinnaman.
28 Jackson Kinnaman with the interception for the Colts.
And I wouldn't expect to see Melchiori on defense, but strongly looked like a 29 turn. 28 is Jackson Kinnaman. He's had a nice strong game on defense for the Colts, and he turns the tide again in favor of the Colts as they lead 35-21 just inside the fourth quarter. So
yeah, that quarterback Wooten there, inadvertent throw, and he wasn't happy, and he went to the bench, and just needs to regroup, and he's been having a great game for them, so nothing to hang his head about. Mistakes happen, and or they'd be calling them on purposes, eh, Scotty? So
and a nice job carrying the ball. 3 Steelhawks in converted on the tackle. Flag over here.
Referee Chow with the flag. He's probably was offside on Korah there. It looked like they were over the line at the snap of the football. So
Illegal procedure.
Legal procedure.
Blue captain.
Legal procedure on gold, so that'll bring him back.
Right guard. Good, sorry.
So Cruikshank in with the conversation. He'll push those guys back, and it'll be first down repeated, back 5.
Illegal procedure. Gold. First down repeated. Back 5.
All right, so 10:37. We got some talking to do here, Coach, and commiserating on who deserves the Wendy's Sault Marie Team Essentials Athlete of the Game at every one of our Saultsports feeds. We live stream regular season and post.
He'll repeat first down.
We will bring you an Athlete of the Game sponsored by Team Essentials and Wendy's Sault Ste. Marie, and that Athlete of the Game, one from each team, will receive a gift card and a T-shirt from Team Essentials and Wendy's Sault Ste. Marie. Congratulations to all our past winners, and a couple athletes here vying for that spot, making a case for it. Could be. And this number 34 has turned the corner. He could get out there to the outside. He's got no one man to beat. No, never be catching him. Cochamilio down the side. Does a little toe drag, Deion Sanders style.
On the play, somewhere on the 21-yard line.
Flag back on the play, so all that celebrating, and it might be
I think
too early to cook your goose.
I'm not sure, but it looked like one of the the Korah players was over the line at the time of the snap, so I think that's going to be brought back.
Those are the hard ones. You can handle a hold if it springs your guy, but
First down repeated. Back 5.
and was it again?
Legal procedure. So
Legal procedure. So same penalty on the same drive.
Procedure against the Colts.
Unfortunately, this one negates a 80-yard run.
Let's say 20.
And a perfect celebration as Cochamilio started the high step about the 7. A la Deion Sanders. Like you say, those tough penalties are going to cost you. In this case, a march downfield. That'll bring up first down again, but it'll be 1st and 20.
yeah, that's got to be driving Coach Bernabucci crazy right now. I've coached with Coach Bernabucci, obviously, with my time spent at Korah, and he was a stickler for a lot of those, and he's not going to put up with that. You got big games coming up for the playoffs, and you can't have these mistakes happening this far into the year. You're almost 2 months in. Probably we're 2 months in now with the August tryouts, and you don't want to see that this late in the stage of the game, right? So.
And you had coaches like that, they stress that you take care of the little details and the big things take care of themselves, right? The execution, the X and O's, the play calling, but those little things that nip you in the... Here goes that trap inside again, double. That's a takedown.
About a 10, 11-yard carry.
After a gain, 31 is the ball carrier, I believe. Cam Williamson.
87, Drayden Brock. With the
Drayden
tackle.
Brock with the tackle. No flag on the play. Gain of about, looks like gain of 10 at least. 2nd and 10 now, back to the original line of scrimmage. So nice pickup on the play by Williamson. Trimming the distance in half here. And looks like a 2nd and 10. I think at this point the Colts are happy to leave it on the ground, do what they do best, and let these seconds tick away on the clock. 8:55 to go. Murdoch hands off, gets outside, stays on his feet. He'll scamper for a few more. Will it be enough for the first down? No, short.
Hand off to Williamson again. He gets a little bit on the end for about 4 or 5
Williamson for
yards.
about 5 yards, brings up
Blake
3rd
Polson with the
and
tackle.
5. Polson
Sets up
55 with the
3rd and 5
tackle for
Colts
the
from their own 35-yard line.
Steelhawks.
8.5 remaining in the 4th quarter.
At this point, we'd also thank our corporate sponsors and champions, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, Freeze Frame Photos with Bob Davies, Wendy's Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose,
Got ourselves a timeout. Call
Basketball
time.
Academy, and True House Sports Radio. If you are interested in having your business highlighted on Sault Sports TV, contact us at saultsports@gmail.com. Make sure that you tell the world you're here, share your experiences, connect with other fans, and gain behind-the-scenes access to your favorite teams in Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Again, thanks again for joining us. Don't forget, in 7:30, shortly we're going to have the senior loop kick off and resume and complete their final games of the regular season as we prepare next week for playoffs. Again, reminder, next week, Thursday and Friday again, 4:45 for the juniors, 7:30 for the seniors. Join us here on Saultsports.com or come on down to the field house. We've got all the great action here as the Colts continue on offense. Handoff is inside, broke loose. One guy to beat. Looks like Coach Miller is going back to the house. He's got a crib call, and he's going to answer as he crosses the line
this time,
for
65 yards
a
for the touchdown.
65-yard touchdown, 41-21. So again, the Colts offense flexing their muscle. Nice little scamper through traffic, able to get to the corner, and then just a track and field meet.
Yeah, he
Which
just,
Coach Miller won.
He turned the afterburners off there, and he was gone to the races and took it to the house. Superior Heights had made a couple of stands there, and Korah had made a couple of penalties that got called back, and they were pressing to get the game down to, get the ball back. And unfortunately for Superior Heights and benefit of Korah, they made a great play, and now it's going to be a 21-point lead after this kick if he makes it. So.
Coach Miller, we're going to put the cherry on the sundae here with an extra point. Number 4 to hold. Snap is good. Ball's down. And Coach Miller is able to drill it through for the single, making it a double 42-21.
We've had some chats over here, and we're talking about potentially giving a Player of the Game award, but you have to really watch the interior line on both of the offenses. There's a lot of points put on the board tonight, so I can't say a lot about the defensive line play, but it's been good on both sides. But the O-lines have really opened up some really big holes for those running backs to get through, and they can't be definitely not overlooked. They got all the running backs are getting the glory, but the hard work's being done on the interior line there. So
absolutely, and you get to see all the stat sheet, and the stat sheet says pass attempts, completions, yards on the ground, receptions, all hard yards. Never says anything about the big pushes up front by the big dogs or the penetration by the defensive line in the secondary, blitzing backers, putting up tackles, obviously, and warranting notoriety, but like you said, it's usually the offensive guys that a lot of the glory, and as we spoke last night, the defensive guys and the big guys in the trenches are okay with that. They defer to the marquee players, and we all know that they are the reason their team either succeeds or fails.
it's been
the first quarter kind of flew by, and I thought we were going to be off to the races, another quick game, but game slowed down a little bit, and we see about 8 minutes to go on the clock, and we're almost at 7 o'clock, so that senior game might get pushed a few minutes, allowing them for time for their warm-up based on the time left on the clock. So
Yeah, and although the Korah Colts are up 3 touchdowns at this point, it's been a really close game, not indicative of the score. We've said that before, but truly just a couple momentum shifts that Korah Colts have been able to capitalize on. Might have been a different speed as number 13 DeChamplain has to field it at 12 after a bouncy ball.
Was down on his knee.
Twists him into knots and takes a knee, and that's the end of his return. They'll start out at the 5-yard line, looks like.
yeah, referee Hazelton's at the 5 there, so it's going to be first in a long field here.
Long way, but if they're about to make this a comeback, Wooten and his boys are going to have to lead from that point. And again, for Korah, I think you might start seeing some of your seconds come in here and get them the reps and get them the confidence they need. I see number 38, Robin Price, who we featured earlier in the before the game in a little presentation to all my young ladies of football here in Sault Ste. Marie High School football. So Robin Price in at the, looks like the backer position. Let's see if we can see some of our other defenders here. So number 20, oh no, that's Turner Dickinson. He's a regular and on defense, but Wooten's got a nice opportunity to deliver the ball, but there's going to be a roughing the passer.
We do have a flag on the play.
As the Colts got a little overzealous in the backfield, forcing Wooten into the end zone, but that ball is incomplete, but they'll march it forward and give him a first down for that.
Yeah, there's 15 free ones here.
Roughing the passer.
Michael Marshall, 45 in for the Korah Colts, getting a few licks, and I'm sure he's thrilled the pickles to be out there, number 88.
Up 15.
So that's a 15-yard penalty against the Colts for roughing the passer.
Maybe 86, Drew Albury out there on defense for the Colts. So, like I said, up 21 points allows your coaching staff to get those guys that are warriors in practice and put in hard time and get hard licks to actually realize their potential. And let's hope we call those names again here.
You know, and I was always a big proponent for making sure kids get significant playing time, you know, not just those cleanup minutes at the 2-minute end of the game. I want to get them in some real-time, real scenarios, right? So it's good to see them all getting in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still a game if Steelhawks put up some quick points here. Back inside two scores as the ball's batted up in the air. That's going to be incomplete. Nice job by 87, Emerson Grimard. Getting his name called and stepping up and being counted. He's not even sure how to celebrate. He's looking for somebody to high five and leaving poor Grimard by himself. But a nice play to bat that down. Nice rush, and Wooten unable to get it over top. So
pass down, sets up 2nd and 10.
Again, those guys won't be winning the Player of the Game award, but they probably couldn't wipe the smile off their face at the end of this one.
Yeah, you know what? Like we said, significant playing time when you know, with the game not too far out of reach just yet.
Yeah, this game's still in the balance here. Steelhawks hoping to unleash this one.
Solo goes up the ball.
Nice reception.
Catches it around 25-yard line.
Throws to number
5 yards.
9 for about a 6-yard gain. We'll call it 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Michael Marshall, number 45.
Michael Marshall, 45. Another Colt getting some reps here as number 50, Jacob Mayville, also comes in as 57 goes out.
Yeah, and you know what?
Gabe
Korah's
Phillips.
making some more changes too. I see young Dickinson out, and they made a switch there for him as well. So good to see players getting some playing time like we talked about.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Oliver Banak is replacing him.
Very good. Wooten takes the ball. He's going to have to roll up in the pocket as it collapses. Nice job by 87.
Decides to carry it.
87. Emerson Grimard again with a stop and throws the quarterback rather
Price, number 38.
roughly to the ground. Robin Price, number 38. Get her name called.
87, Emerson Grimard.
And again, if you missed at the top of the show, we featured
for the
our
Steelhawks.
young ladies of football, like I mentioned, and Robin Price. Let's get these names here. Robin Price, Mireille Turgeon for the Superior Heights. Zoe Gauthier was also recognized, and Georgia Predom, number 9 for the Colts, called to the midfield
to Korah Colts.
be celebrated for their contributions to high school football and their participation in this junior football ranks. Later on, you're going to see Liliana Sachin in the senior ranks for the Korah Colts, a fantastic football player that played last summer for the Team Ontario and is probably going to have another opportunity to play for Ontario and continue her football pursuits after high school. So expect big things from Liliana Sachin and those other young ladies in junior that are going to move up to senior and continue their path in Sault Ste. Marie High School football. So great tribute to them, and we're getting back to the action here. 5:44 to go.
You know, Scotty, I had the pleasure to coach Liliana in grade 9 and grade 10, and she's lets her play do the talking. You know what I mean? She was pretty feisty, and she's but very quiet demeanor, and she really showed off at the Ontario Championships. She had defensive player of the game in a couple of the games down there. So.
And they're in a punting situation. Must be fourth down. Ball is up. Nice job to recover it by, is that Melchiori?
Yeah.
Melchiori gets loose, and he could get it all the way. He's got one by the beat. Stroud down the sidelines, and he's in for the touchdown. Thought he was going to step out about the 10, but able to walk the tightrope and scampers in for the touchdown.
About 54 yards.
A little salt in the wound for the Steelhawks. That'll make it 48-21. So it looks like that high-powered Colts offense just running away with it a little bit now. And again, for both these teams, it'll be looking at game film and preparing next week. And Colts, as we mentioned, are going to take on the White Pines Wolverines. And Superior Heights will have to sharpen their offense up. And although it has played well at times in this game, just hasn't been enough. Usually 21 points is probably enough to run with most of these teams, but
Stand up.
Steelhawks will have 5:29 remaining to try to mount a little comeback or at least a moral victory and put some more points up against this pretty potent Korah Colts offense.
Yeah, you know what? That should probably be the end of the night, too, after this extra point from Melchiori. If Coach Bernabucci is the guy I still remember, you never want to see anybody getting hurt at the end of the game, and that's when those injuries happen. So getting them out and, getting reps for those other kids that deservedly so have attended every practice. But, with that bench, they got, looks pretty close to 60 kids over there, and it's hard to get everybody reps, and when you get to the playoffs, they never seem to get them.
And it looks like a full team and the marching band along the sideline for the yellow, and as they pound the extra point through, that'll make it 49-21, so a 28-point deficit.
In the game, just a reminder, seniors will take it off.
And a reminder to everybody at 7:30, we might have to push back the start time a little bit, but join us at 7:30 on Saultsports.com. True House Radio will bring you this excellent tilt in the senior loop between the Korah Colts and the Superior Heights Steelhawks, rounding out the final week of the season. Korah Colts with a 4-1 record. Their only blemish, losing to the St. Mary's Knights against the Steelhawks, who are, I believe, 2-3. So they were looking to run to a 500 record to upset these Korah Colts. And I think we got to agree that the Korah Colts are probably the favorite in the senior matchup. But again, the game is played on the field, and who knows? Surprise could be in store, and Steelhawks obviously not counting themselves out, and they'll show up with full marks and ready to go. And,
100%. You're going to see both coaches making their adjustments, and you you never know what happens in the playoffs. All it takes is for one of the elite players to get hurt, and we can have them TSN turning points as well that always make differences in games. And games get a little bit hard-fought battle. You're seeing players going two ways in the playoffs to get your best athletes out there.
And the Colts kick it off. Ball is going to Drayden Brock. You better get on it and look to turn up the field. But a nice coverage on the Colts.
By Drayden Brock.
Unable to see the number out there. But regardless, a short return, medium kick to about the 30. It looks like the Steelhawks will take over about the 28-yard line.
Superior Heights looks like from their own 29-yard line.
So once again, you might see a few of the starters getting a break here for the Steelhawks as well, as the game is a little out of reach here, a 28-point lead. See some of my Tabor Young on the front line for the Steelhawks is in. Cheer Solo still out here as a wide out, but 25, Pearson Calamiris on offense, running his route. Wooten across the field, unable to see him, able to scamper for a first down, gets out past the 40.
Gets to keep it, gets a
Nice
good
gain of about
yardage.
13, 14 yards. Ball will be spotted about the 41-yard line.
About 7
Yeah, you know
yards.
what, Scott? The last time we seen young Wooten play there, he ran the ball a little bit more, and they've kind of kept him in the pocket tonight. And he's definitely an elite athlete, and he's got a lot of speed. So I think you could probably potentially see that. If they're alternating quarterbacks in the playoffs, or you never know what's going on, right? But you never want to show all your cards in a regular season game when you're going to be playing somebody in the future, right? So.
Yeah, and I've liked what I've seen from Cherry Solo running the ball. Wooten has a little bit, or has completed a few more nice passes today. Cherry Solo usually just in charge of directing traffic out there. Obviously, a nice arm on Cherry Solo as well, but Wooten's throwing the ball a little deeper. But maybe you've got a few nagging injuries that you're trying to sort through, and maybe just give him a rest tonight. And obviously, he's a gamer; he wants to play, so he's been playing it wide out, and he's caught a few balls. We got a flag on this play, the screen pass.
Goal.
Offside, the call against Korah,
So go against Korah, and that'll back them up.
back them up and give them a short.
I think, Scotty, I'm going to have to run to the Metro right after the game there and get referee Chow some Tide, because he's got a lot of laundry on the field tonight. So he's making those calls. Obviously, those are the right calls, but it's definitely fun.
So that's a 5-yard penalty. They're going to repeat second down.
Yeah, old Donnie Chow,
Second and 2.
great player in the men's flag football division for the Orient Express, and
Yeah, I
a
worked
lot of championships.
I worked for Donnie at the Vic back in my day when it was open, and to see him out there running around still, hats off to him and all the other referees. It's a thankless job. You don't get a lot of credit for it. You get a lot of people yelling at you, but
A lot of boo birds for sure, but Wooten's dropped him back to pass. He's looking long and deep, and he's got a man. He's got that in stride. Hopefully he can stretch to the
Solo, I
defense.
think.
Can somebody catch him? It is Cherry Solo into the house. And a beautiful throw by Wooten. Able to catch him. Catch his defender napping maybe. He rolled up and blew past him on the fly. Nice job delivering the ball by Wooten, and Cherry Solo in for about 70 yards for the score. And that'll trim it to 49-27.
That's earlier he had Wooten threw that one into coverage and they didn't get it, but that one he had that on a rope, and he led him perfect down the field, and he just had to keep running and put his hands out and scampers into the end zone to get another score on the board with just under 4 minutes to go here.
And Cherry Solo doing a nice job to finish it off, catching about the 30 and running the rest of the way. Crossing the line for the 6, holding for the 7th, and Wooten topping it off, making it 49-28. So now another 3-touchdown lead. 3:54 to go. I think we have enough time for a comeback.
Well, I don't know about the comeback. The only comeback we can make up here, Scotty, is maybe the men's wheelchair derby.
Speaking of coming back, come on back for that 7:30 start. We're going to probably push it back a few minutes, give these senior athletes a chance to do their warm-ups. But join us on Saultsports.com, Trios Radio at 7:30. We got the Colts versus the Steelhawks in senior action. I'm Scott McPherson, joined by Ray Bazwa, the coach, giving us his insight and his knowledge about the game. And we'd love to bring it to you. And it's been an excellent game. Fans have been treated to a wonderful tilt here in the junior action, and expect more of the same come this evening. Lights are on now, Friday night lights. Can't get asked for more than this.
No, but I'll tell you one thing, as a former defensive coordinator, this is a lot of points getting put on the board, and I'd probably be driving me a little bit crazy, but it's junior football, so that's you've come to expect an arm. But there's a lot of points up on that board. We're almost at 80 points scored tonight. That's a lot of offense, and defensive coordinators over there on the other side of the field got to be shaking their heads a little bit at us.
And usually you wouldn't expect these high-scoring affairs because in years past it hasn't been a whole lot of passing, but we've seen a lot of ball. And as they try the onside kick, the little dribbler, ball's down. Number 11 picking that ball up again. He's done a nice job returning. He's still on his feet, but nice job by 28 to
Picked
take
up by
him down.
Grisdale. That's a little, he's eventually picked up.
There's a flag.
Hit by Gold.
Little bit of
Late flag comes
excessive
in.
celebration there, and taunting, but 28 with a nice job.
Oliver Johnstone.
Tackling by Johnston.
And you know what? I still might have to go get that tied. That's another flag by referee Chow, so he's going to need it.
Never dull around here, as number 11, Grisdale, has had a nice job returning the ball today for the Colts. Takes it out near the 50. Objectionable conduct against Gold. A little too much celebrating by Grisdale. They're going to back it up a little bit. And it looks like the ball will be spotted about the 36. So.
Yeah, I would expect to see Coach Murbushi just kind of get some runs in here and drain that clock out. There's only 3:46 left to go.
Yeah.
And, just get out of the game with no
That's
injuries.
penalty against Korah. It'll be 10 yards.
And of course, if you're Korah, you probably want to sit your number 11 down there because 2 OCs in the same game results in a suspension for next game. So obviously they'll need Grisdale to go up against the White Pines Wolverines in their tilt next week in the semifinals. I believe that'll be a Friday matchup. St. Mary's, by virtue of their points for and against, will take the first seed. Oh, sorry, I'm talking ahead of myself in senior here. So.
Yeah, it'll be Korah with the win here against White Pines on Thursday night, the early game, and White Pines versus St. Mary's on the second game on Thursday night. So
very good. All right, keeping me on schedule here. It's Coach Baz as the Colts look to take over here. And like you said, they're going to pound the rock laying on the ground as Mr. 15 takes off and he breaks through, blows a seam, and he could go all the way for another score for the Colts.
15, Madden Lavoda.
15, Madden Lavoda, who made a big stop earlier.
Touchdown.
wow,
Able to.
you know what? They got a pretty good stable of running backs over there. We haven't seen him carry the ball all night, and what does he do? Takes it to the house on his first carry.
And I got to be honest, I don't know that I've seen him carry the ball all year. That might be his first carry. And
Lavoda goes 69 yards.
Little Barry Sanders there slashing through and breaking loose, and he's got to be thrilled. And that smile hard to come off all weekend.
You know what? Gets some playing time, and he gets out there and takes advantage of it. So.
And again, coaches won't often give you credit for breaking one in practice, but obviously against stiff competition here, he's able to split the defense and make a case for himself for
Kick is up and good.
for a good run there, and extra point is good. That brings it to 56-28, so a 28-point spread again. 3:27 to go, and we thought the Colts would be happy just running the ball and ticking some seconds off the clock, and turns out they go the distance from about the 40-yard line. And
It's hard to tell those kids typically in those situations. You tell them to get to just, go down and play, but he took that opportunity and there was no looking back. He just blew through everybody.
you can't be in the Team Essentials T-shirt talk unless you're down in the goal line and taking it to the house. So again, a nice job by them, and 3:27 to go. We'll just finalize our conversation here about the player of the game, brought to you by Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials. Anytime we stream here, we'll bring you an athlete of the game from each team, and they will receive a gift card and a tee from Team Essentials, gift card from Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie.
Well, Scotty, I think we're close here now. Honorable mention. He had a great game tonight for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, and in my opinion, Ben Trevisanut, performs in and out game after game. But honorable mention to him tonight. And for me, the honorable mention for the Korah Colts was quarterback Zane Murdoch. he called his own number a couple of times and made some great throws to some players. And, also Peyton Melchiori had another couple of good runs. But those would be my honorable mentions for this evening for those individuals.
Absolutely, and never forget the boys in the trenches like we talked about earlier. And it's hard to pick one when there's so many of them that combine as a unit to make big plays.
And the following on the ball will be
45 for the Superior Heights, Kenyon Williamson. But again, looks like the Steelhawks will take over about the 13-yard line. So again, just conferring here with Coach Baz about the players of the game. So looks like, as I mentioned, Steelhawks taking over about the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, so like I said, Coach and I are just making our final decision about these players of the game. 3:05 to go. Wooten's rolling out. He's looking to pass. He's got Chirisolo wide open, but Chirisolo disappointed to not pull that one in for a first down.
Looking for Chirisolo again.
Incomplete, and they'll look to reload.
Ball's incomplete, sets up 2nd down.
Chirisolo back to the huddle, frustrated, but that was a nice pass, zipped on a rope there, but he's unable to reach down and pull that in, but looked for Wooten to go back to them again.
Yeah, you know what? On that last play,
We have a 3-minute warning.
earlier, Chirisolo was able to get that touchdown and on that last play, so he was trying to run that one out as well.
Yep.
But just didn't get there.
Yeah. All right, so closing out the action here, 2:57 to go. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Wooten is going to be back to pass again. Looks he's got a man in the flat, but he's looking deep. Doesn't want to cross the line of scrimmage. He's going to have to run this one out. But enough for the first down. So past the 20 to the 25. Enough for the first down. Forced out of bounds by 43 for the Colts.
You know, he had Mason DeChamplain there standing there. He was wide open, and he made the decision to run it out himself. But, I know he was trying to get something a little further down the field to see if they could get somebody to break free. It just didn't develop in time.
Yeah, so Ethan Boyle on the shove out of bounds, and Robin Price again with the pressure to force him out. As you said, he was looking deep. He was going for all the beans there. Ended up running himself. There's that screen pass. Needs a block. Oh, Chirisolo tackled high as the flag comes out.
With the reception, gets
Might be up in the light standard, but good launch by Donnie Chow. Nice.
Unnecessary roughness, definitely. It was a head tackle.
Flag
Might even
comes
been
out
a face
almost
mask.
immediately.
So
Yeah. So that'll move the Steelhawks forward, but I'm sure that doesn't help Chirisolo's feelings. Pretty rugged tackle there.
You can accept the penalty.
So that'll march them forward and be enough for the first down, about the 40-yard line, depending on the spot. So and they've used that screen a lot and just hasn't
well, they had
made
used it
hay,
over there
right?
in the first half, and it was definitely beneficial. So
That's a face mask, a 50-yard penalty. It'll be an automatic first down for the Steelhawks.
So again, they'll have the first down at the 41, as I mentioned. 2:42 to go, and like I said earlier, maybe late in the game, down 28 points. You just want to get one for the rah-rah side, and
one for the Gipper.
One for the Gipper. Build a little momentum here, not a little momentum, but take a little something moving forward to tomorrow or next week's game, as Chirisolo gets a completion down to the 45-yard line. So again, Wooten filled in as a sub for his quarterback.
25 yards in the first down.
Uses his quarterback and calls his name quite often. Passes a nice completion there for about 25 yards.
Be interesting to see how many yards passing he has. He's connected on some long ones. A lot of them are obviously the yards after catch, but nevertheless they count. It doesn't.
And again, for quarterback small in stature as Wooten is, he is able to launch that ball. He's a slinger. Once he starts to grow, I'd like to see him in senior and he and Chiarasolo, like you said, a nice 1-2 punch. And a nice job on the defensive side.
It's batted down by number
24.
Jake Orr.
Orr on the play. Nice job of getting in the face of Wooten and knocking that down for an incompletion. So 2nd and 10 coming up, 46-yard line. And like you said, in the spirit of football and parity and everything that's equal here, you'd like to see the Steelhawks march it down the field, score another one, put one in on the Colts. Obviously, the Colts aren't going to take that laying down, but it'd be nice to see the Steelhawks trim the fat here a little bit and expect Wooten to look for Chiarasolo again. He's got him on the out. He wants him to fly. He has to pick it up and tuck it away, and nice job to nimbly get down the field there, and depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he jumped right over the line there. He looked where he needed to get to, and that's a pretty cerebral play for a young junior player in running the team here. So
absolutely slick, and again, you can mention Wooten in that honorable mention for the Player of the Game award. He's done nothing but impress me today. He's thrown away the ball when he's needed to. He's tucked it in and ran for first downs when he's needed, and he's thrown to several receivers and completed some nice balls, especially that screen pass. But
100% he has. He has had a great night.
He's looking poised for a second string receiver, and he'll be back to running the ball next weekend, I imagine, unless Coach Kuster has something in store. But there's a nice job. Jump ball. Pass intended for Chiarasolo. The Colts celebrating the incompletion with 1:49 to go, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Oh, no, sorry, that'll be the 2nd down. From the 35-yard line. So as we round out this game, we remind you that at 7:30 or following this game, we're going to probably take a little break and give them some time to warm up. But join us here on Saultsports.com, where the Colts and the Steelhawks and the Senior Loop are going to close out their season and bring you some great football action here on a Friday night. So Wooten's back to pass. He's going to launch it. He's going to throw it up. He's got a man. Drayden Brock over about the 5. Would have been a fall forward in for a touchdown, but just ahead by a bit. Drayden Brock unable to put the clamps on it. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 35 with 1:44 to go.
Well, I think we can safely give away the MVPs of the game after our discussion here, Scotty. And,
absolutely.
For the Superior Heights, as much as we've said couple of the other names, I think tonight for us, we've agreed that Chase Chiarasolo had a whale of a game. All wide, he was their starting quarterback, and he had a little bit of an injury there, and he's come back, and he's really excelled at the wide receiver position. So nothing but compliments for him this evening, and the MVP of the game, or player of the game, would be Chase Chiarasolo for Superior Heights.
Wonderful, and he flies it out, does Wooten out to Trev Snoot. Trev Snoot looking for the corner, and like I said, maybe he can enough for one last stand.
It's all the way down.
Nice job running the ball inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. So that'll bring up a nice red zone opportunity for these Steelhawks. So again, what a nice pass by Wooten. Hit the man on the run. Travis Newt with the speed enough to get around the corner. Almost able to take it all the way in. Ball spotted about the 6-yard line.
And for the Korah Colts, the athlete of the game from Wendy's and Team Essentials, along with Saultsports. For the Korah Colts would be A.J. Cochimillo. He had a whale of a game running the ball today. A couple of them got called back, or he might have had 300 yards rushing. He broke a couple of really long ones. So hats off to him with a terrific performance this evening.
And Wooten rolls out. He's got a man, and he looks to Chiarasolo in the end zone, and he's got it. So further validating our choice for player of the game, number 9, with a nice sliding catch to
Chiarasolo slides to make the catch
and make the touchdown for the Steelhawks.
Yeah, you know what? That's definitely something for them to build on now going into the playoffs. You're going to start. He has Drayden Brock a couple of times, and develop a passing game in junior football. You never can tell, right, with how much of a difference it makes. So
yeah, following the undefeated season, these junior Colts are probably favored to win, but like you say, you got to play. And Colts Wolverines next week. Steelhawks versus the Knights, with the winners advancing the following weekend. I believe it's on a Friday for those both of those finals. So kick is extra, and it's up. and it's good. That'll be 56-35 once they update the scoreboard here, if my math is correct.
I believe you're right, Scott.
1:10 to go. We'll see one more bit of action here before we bring you all the high-flying action in senior. So the wind's starting to cool a little bit, or the night is falling upon us, and the sun is down, and
a little bit, so
wind's picking up. So we should expect some hijinks here in the senior game.
again, revert back to the little bit of the conversation we had as a defensive coordinator. We're at 90 points now. We thought we were just going to eclipse the 80 mark. Now we're over 91 points scored tonight. So fans treated to some spectacular offense here today. Not a lot of defense, but
I don't know if Sault Ste. Marie High School football is on the pro line, but if you pick the over, you are cashing in today. But
yeah, for those playing from home tonight, the over/under might be 100 for next week. So
yeah, we might parlay that with the senior game tonight and make a bundle. So Wooten back to punt for the Steelhawks. And again, for those of you that have joined us, thank you. And you've enjoyed a wonderful matchup here. 56-35 is your score, but we're not done yet. Looks like the Colts are back to receive. We've got a new receiver, returner here, so we'll see what they can do. Nice little run back out to about the 35-yard line by number 14. We'll give a shout out to Lucas Joy, who brings that ball back. A nice little return.
That can be 1st and 10. Korah from their own 34-yard line. 1:03 remaining.
Braden Lemaire out there with the block on the return by Joy.
there's still a few timeouts left here, obviously, but I'd be interested to see if Korah is going to take a knee and whether Coach Kluster is just going to let them take the knee, right? So
yeah. And one of our females, Georgia Predom, and number 9, the ones that were celebrated at the beginning of the game in at, let's see, we can see where
I guess not. Looks like
9's lined up. 9 is lined up, looks like in a wide tight end position, so let's see if Georgia Predom can get the ball. And here's the carry, and Cruikshank's there to stop that forward progress.
Tackle.
But
Joy around the 30-yard line.
nice job by Joy getting out there. Snuffed in the backfield for a loss of about 3. Zoe Goche in on defense for the Steelhawks. So all the ladies flexing their muscle here. Some tough customers down in the trenches here. Let's see if we can get some of them on the scorecard here. Nice handoff inside. Nice push.
Oh,
Nice pursuit by
Zoe making her presence felt there. She blitzed in from the safety position.
Zoe Goche
Made a
with the
great
tackle.
Hey! And if you play like a girl, then you should be proud because those ladies are out there knocking
the original line of
helmets with
scrimmage,
these boys and
37.7 remaining.
making a case for some playing time in the playoffs. So, Coach Glusers, watch out. You got a few beauties there. Zoe Goche and Mireille Turgeon, number 15 for the Steelhawks. Robin Price for the Colts as they got the end around. Some nice yards out past the 50 for a first down. 7.3 seconds to go. Saren Fultz Sikorsky on the carry there. Is that 25?
I believe it was.
15 Morale Turgeon with that tackle.
Mariah Turgeon, one of our other girls, making
Great to see.
a stop on the defensive side for the Steelhawks. So well coached, well played. All they need is a chance. Getting their names called here. Deservedly so. 7.3, this could be the last play of the game. Looks like the Colts are still on the gas. Hand off to 25 again. Nice tackle in the backfield. And I bet on that one because I was watching the man in motion who was brought down way back in the backfield. Short gain, 0.9 seconds left to go. I'm not sure who was carrying the ball there because I bet on the fake.
In the best interest here, Korah's taken in. I'm not sure what they got going on here, but
Let's hope they get up to the ball and ground it.
I'm surprised Coach Bunabucci's not signaling and just take a knee here. So
Yeah.
this is, you don't want to see anybody get hurt this late in the game, but I don't know. Players are getting some playing time that are not going to
This
see
will
the
be the
field.
final play.
in the playoffs, so maybe they're trying to give them the runs, right?
So that Steelhawks sideline is calling for something.
Yeah, maybe they got one of their
Magic
players that hasn't
player.
seen a lot of playing time.
Korah takes it in, that's the game.
Excellent. So they take a knee as expected, and final is
Thank you very much.
56-35. For Coach Basil, I'm Scott McPherson at Saultsports.com. Make sure you join us in 10 minutes while we
Start next week.
kick off
St. Mary's.
the senior tilt here on
Seniors
Friday Night Lights on
play White
Saultsports. So
Pines.
come on back here. We got lots of